Hi, I had a cold chill.
There we go. We are now live. What is going on, my frosty friends? My name is Wintercasice, and welcome back to Discord Dungeons and Dragons with the Solaires. Currently joined by Tiny, Herma, Stray, and Walf, and Belwraith will be here momentarily. Say hi, guys.
Hello! Can you hear me?
I can hear you indeed.
1 and 2, can you hear me now?
We can hear you, Mora.
1, 2, 3, sync.
What? I'm just gonna use my creepy clown laugh as
You're
well.
to my mic then. Okay, I see how it is.
Now it's
Hear
doing
you.
weird. Wait.
I know, but you guys couldn't for a sec. I don't know what happened.
Ooh.
Must have been a hiccup.
Discord being derp.
It's not my job. No, it's my job to kill. Who cares? Let's go.
But to say, however, one last side note before we truly get started. I added in a new pop vinyl to my collection.
Cool.
Nice.
But I say I found him at my store and I picked him up immediately.
Yes, but who is he?
Stardust
Can't see you.
Stardust Dragon
Ooh.
from Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds.
I thought you meant from Terraria. I was really confused.
What? There's a Stardust Dragon in Terraria?
Yes. It's
Yeah,
a
it's a summon.
That's cool. Hold on.
Ooh. Sick.
I can't do video chat on here because my camera is currently pushing towards
Occupied.
it's occupied to Streamlabs, but obviously I don't use my face cam when I'm doing D&D stuff because the focus is not supposed to be on me.
Yeah.
I could just put my face cam right over where my box is.
I actually do miss you doing your face in D&D because when they go back and watch the streams, they can see your reaction. It's very entertaining.
So what you're saying is you prefer it when I'm here.
You fill up space very nicely.
I do fill up space quite nicely. But I just don't like myself being the distraction.
I meant your facial
Stardust Dragon.
expression, genius.
Oh, we should all roll for
Wow.
session.
You're hitting on Winter again? Come on.
I got a
I
4.
like his
Hey,
face.
for your information, I'm gonna be 18 in a month, so I'm gonna be open soon.
Oh, 18.
Little do they know I turned face cam.
I rolled an 18 just as you said that.
Little did they know I turned on my face cam and I was making faces the entire time.
Blue,
Little do they know I
that's
have been dating for someone for over 10 years, and I have 3 children with them that they do not know of.
But I nearly 11 years now.
Blue gets to die this session. I rolled a 4.
Oh boy.
Oh,
I would say
Henrik also gets
having
to die. I
a
rolled
twin
a
end,
7.
but I think that would be a little too far for
Yeah.
the two.
Henrik
But
gets
Yeah.
to get cussed out by Blue
Yeah.
for 2d6 damage.
in case anyone's curious,
yeah.
Stardust Dragon
Why?
is right here.
I don't know.
Right here in my collection.
Henrik has only done good things. He can only do good things.
Ugh. He giveth and he taketh away.
He giveth and he taketh away.
God, oh
I
man.
have cure wounds.
Yeesh.
All right. But
I also have cure wounds.
so now my question is, are you guys ready to get back into some D&D?
Yes, but
Oh, are
one second.
we?
Hold on. You may have cure wounds, but can you cure my mental wounds?
Probably.
As a person who has have many friends who have dealt with stuff, only time and friends can handle stuff like that.
Yep.
Then probably.
Dick.
Better say.
What's Dolby Utmost?
Hmm?
Ow. I found a thing on my phone called Dolby Atmos. I don't know what that is.
You know, looking at Facecam, the only thing that I'm getting reminded of is I need a shave.
You do need to shave.
My
I
beard-
got a haircut on Thursday.
Me too.
Shave
My-
right
Yeah,
now
On stream,
Go to your
just
bathroom. Shave on stream.
That would be weird.
just get a straight razor and
Hold
just
on,
just
you guys go to the
No.
bathroom to shave? Weaklings.
It's okay. It's shaving ASMR.
oh
I
god.
don't even use shaving cream.
I never shaved.
Yeah.
Hey, can I get a drink of your water? It's not water. Vodka! I love the way it's vinegar. What? You're drinking vinegar? Yeah, it's because I'm not a pussy.
Okay.
You know, can I have your water? Oh, man, I love. No, it's not water. Vodka, I like your style. It's vinegar. What? Oh, vinegar. Pussy.
I love it. God. Alright, but anyways, you guys ready? So how's your day?
Yes.
I don't know, man. It's been like a 9 to 5 hour work day. You know how it is?
Alright.
It was a 12 to 8:30 hour work day.
Hey, one of my normal shifts.
Yay!
Except mine's like 8 to 4:30.
This might.
I get to work from 2 to 6 tomorrow. Let's do this.
Alright, thumbs up, let's do
Yes.
this. Leroy O'Dragon!
Dragons.
Alright.
Leroy.
Dragons.
Okay.
I need to got my face cam on. It looks so weird to look over on my second screen and see my face. What's up, buddy?
Let's do this.
So thumbs up, let's do this. Alright. Last time on D&D. The Solaires, being able to successfully return to the hideout after investigating the capital of the Empire, come together only to realize that they were still missing party members, and still trying to figure out where they're supposed to go from here. The parties then separated slightly, 3 party members going out to find their allies amongst the wreck of a now alert city. They were able to find Knackle and a still very drugged Philman, only to find Knackle in shambles, dealing with some of his side effects of his mechanics. But between Bimp, Kazir, and Blue, they were able to successfully save him, bring him back, and Philman back as well to the hideout. In the meantime, we saw some heart-to-heart between some characters, some backstory revealed, and last but not least, when it all came down to it, the party making the decision of what to do next. They were planning to go back to the town to see if they can get the supplies of their allies back, but realizing that it wasn't an option first thing in the morning, as in a dream, it was almost as if Garnan was found. Not really sure what that meant. The next morning, the hideout was being attacked. Barely, with a lot of grit and determination, they were able to successfully escape, only by Blue counterspelling Garland as he was attempting to counterspell the teleport spell. Counterspell the counterspell, if you will. But now, we come back to the party, teleporting into a location that they don't recognize. Which, before we get to that, there is something I have to roll real fast.
Oh gosh.
Because of the fact of how the spell works.
Why do I fear something?
Don't worry.
Fear nothing.
It's fine. It's fine.
There's nothing to fear but God himself.
Exactly.
And we're dealing with him.
But I say, it's a very, very, very small percentage of something bad happening.
Us going to the astral plane.
Don't know what you're talking about. Let's see.
Character swap.
Was I right?
No, you guys are fine.
Was I right?
No, I mean, you guys are fine because of the fact that, you guys, how the teleport spell essentially works is that it depends, there's always a percentile chance of failure or a mishap. But because this location is very familiar to this person, the percentage of you guys being thrown off is less than 25%.
Ah.
And even then, only like a 5% chance of actual failure.
As long as we don't stay there, we're fine. Somewhere else, we're okay.
So
Pretty much.
So as you guys feel, so to describe this feeling, wait, hold on, I got my notes. Because I finally got names written down. As True Wave, the Panther Tabaxi that was traveling with Kazir and was Kazir's first contact, with the Thieves Guild. As she finished reading the scroll to activate the spell, you guys feel as if you guys, honestly, it feels like you guys fell forward, if that makes sense. Like,
Yeah.
you're feeling the sensation as if your legs were locked in place and you're falling forward. And as you're going forward, it eventually comes to a stop. And the party basically has to take a step, put one leg forward to catch yourself so you don't fall over. That is not...
falls on his face.
But I say, then there's Philman who's just, poof, just falls flat on the ground.
Blue falls on his face after getting his life force sucked out by his glove.
Oh, that's true, because you use the gloves of because you use the hex gloves, you take 1 point of exhaustion for using counterspell. But it worked.
And if it
It
didn't
worked
work,
so well. Wait, didn't I have to roll a 20?
But I say, how counterspell works is that you just need to roll high enough to counter the spell that was used. And while he used counterspell because of his warlock level, it was essentially you would have had to beat a 15.
I got a 21.
And you got a 21, so you beat it just fine. But you needed to get above a 15 because the hex gloves only you casted at 3rd level. God, you guys are gonna see me explaining a lot with my. If anybody rewatches this, you get to see my face cam, which has me explaining a lot of stuff.
cool.
Oh boy. But anyways, with that being said, you guys wake up. You guys basically fall forward into this dark chamber, which for anybody who has dark vision, which I believe the whole party does. Because Blue has his...
He's always wearing his steampunk mask.
Because Blue has his steelpunk mask on.
Everyone.
But I say, you guys are in a chamber. Surrounded... It doesn't look like much. It looks like you're like a classic like bed chamber. But it doesn't have any... It has a couple of cots. No beds, though. There are a couple of sconces on the wall that aren't lit at the moment. And it overall looks like it doesn't like you would expect for a place like this. It's like, oh, dark, kind of not great. It's like you'd expect, oh, probably dusty, probably abandoned or something like that. It's like, nope, this place looks like it's had plenty of foot traffic. Just everything seems turned off. But as you fall forward, you do make a decent amount of noise as the spell is not silent. It's basically like
Slam.
slamming. But as you guys appear, you do hear footsteps immediately.
I'm just gonna lay down here on my face.
And you see True Wave go, is everyone alright?
No response from...
Oh, my goodness gracious. That could have been really bad.
I think they could have put cushions here for people who teleport.
I unfortunately did not get the exact location that I was planning to do.
Fair enough.
The spell is quite powerful, but it has some miscalculations from time to time. But
Fine.
as you guys are kind of taking in the sights, all of a sudden you see this bed area does have a door, and the door does open, and immediately you're met with somebody in like not like heavy metal armor. It's obviously oh gosh, what is it? Like a solid breastplate and leather straps and everything. He is
Half plate or breastplate?
Breastplate, not half plate. But I say, but the guy looks like he's a bit more armored than you would expect. But as he opens up the door, you see a darker skinned gentleman looking and going, "Reveal yourself. Who are you?"
I'm gonna reach in my bag of holding, pull out from the very first session that Henrik joined. I'm gonna pull out one of the blocks that I had enchanted with light, and I'm just gonna throw it at him.
Oh, bless you. You throw
sorry.
You throw a box of light.
One
of those.
in the very beginning of the first time Henry came here, I gathered like 30 stones and had like light spells on them from the artificer magical tinkering.
Yeah, while Blue was taking him on a shopping trip.
That's right. So you just open up. Are you just taking out one rock of light, or are you opening up and
I'm
revealing?
taking out one rock of light and throwing it at him like a glow stick.
Okay. As the light hits him, his facial features come more into view. He does not seem to be wearing a helmet. He does have a light shield in one hand and appears to be like a short sword in the other. Again, darker skin tone, kind of blackish hair. He seems it's kind of shaved on the sides of his head, and he seems to have like a kind of a mohawk going down the back, going straight from the front of his face to the back, and goes, "True Wave, is that you?" And you see True Wave kind of look over and go, "Yes, it is I. Apologies for the way we came in. My friends, this is Dante. Dante is one of the shadow stalkers."
Oh, pardon me.
Bless you.
Stalkers, you're gonna have to catch me up.
Oh, right. That's going to take a bit of an explanation. Dante just kind of looks in, going, "Are they with you?" Yes, they are. They are with me. These are friends. They helped with our scouting mission. All right, then.
Hey, Wait, I need a favor. Do you happen to have any of those extra disguise spells ready?
Who are you speaking to?
I'm speaking to True Wave.
Oh. Yes, you're talking about seeming. Unfortunately, I myself am not a spellcaster, so I cannot cast anything. How I use the teleport spell was with a scroll.
Oh. Okay.
It has been a long rest though, so you have the ability to cast Disguise Self.
No, I do not. I got a point of exhaustion, remember?
Oh, that's right. That is right.
Sorry again.
I forgot. I had to say thank you for the reminder. That's 2 party members with a point of exhaustion.
Yep.
But
I just want to add that Kazir is almost like extremely pissed that he didn't fight Fluffy.
Yeah, that Corvus. You didn't end up fighting Corvus. Fluffy Corvus.
Yeah.
Same. Tomato.
Corvus sounds a little more impressive than Fluffy.
Fluffy is a true Tabaxi name. That he should be wearing it with pride.
True.
He should be.
He should be, but what can you do?
Yeah.
But as you see Dante walk forward, and you see him sheath his blade and kind of has his shield at his side now. Apologies about that. Common. You never know who might try to get in here. It is, if any friend of True Waves is a friend of mine, where are my manners? They are aware of where they are now, right? They have an idea. I believe I've explained this before. My friends, we are currently inside of the city of Stratford.
Stratford?
Well, that's convenient.
Well,
Yeah, Stratford. That's...
and we are not just in
Nice.
we are not just in Stratford. We are in the we are currently in the Cathedral of Shadows.
Which is where?
This is the Thieves Guild hideout.
Okay.
More fun.
Out of character, is this like an actual cathedral, or is it more like...
If you look outside of this room and the door, as the door opens, you do see actually a massive cathedral-like room. It has been modified for different purposes, but you do see like stained glass and stuff and like actual religious symbols.
In that case, could I
I'm gonna
figure out not who owned it, but like what god this cathedral worship?
Absolutely. Have you roll a religion check?
Oh,
I just need to ask a
Meanwhile,
quick
can
question.
Henrik look for
Is
an
that
art for like
the
a
town we just
teleportation
came
circle?
from?
Hold on 1 second. Hold up. All right. So while Belwraith is rolling that, to answer your question straight, no. You guys were just in the capital of the Empire, which was the last city that was on the Ravaged Path. Stratford.
Okay.
Stratford is the next town over that's currently being attacked by the Empire.
Okay. I was getting
We were in
Starlum
Tranmere.
mixed up. Okay.
And then
We haven't been to Starlum yet.
no,
Yeah.
Starlum is the next town, next city over.
Well, it would be.
Yes,
Yeah.
technically speaking, it would be in one of the two cities you guys could go to. Basically, if you left Stratford and you went northeast, you would be on the path to Starlum.
No, Winter, that wasn't what I mean. It's not there anymore.
I mean, I know, I know what you mean. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
I mean,
Where it should be.
I mean, technically it is. It's just not. You're not sure.
Not on the ground.
Yeah, exactly. But Herma, you had a question?
Yes. I'm gonna look on the floor for like a teleportation circle.
Absolutely. But I say, actually, no looks necessary. There is none.
What the fuck?
I rolled
Why'd
a
he
dirty
do?
20.
You rolled a 20? All
Dirty
right.
20, but 20.
Dirty 20? All right, cool. You do get this information. Let me pull this up in my notes because I have it all saved. That's not who that is. Who I have that set to.
Blue's just chilling on his face right now.
It's just poof. Like, oh, wake me up when it's over. Everyone's just gonna see my close up of my hat because I'm looking at my notes. Prepare. Looks like if you look at it, and for you, Belwraith, you do recognize the sigils that are on here. You see a symbol of for the god a symbol of a black mask over several of the panels over the panels and of the cathedral glass, and you also see various different tapestries with the symbol of a black mask, which you know is a symbol of Mask, the god of thieves.
Oh, okay.
And with the Dirty 20, you would know that Mask has a very weird reputation amongst the people of this plane. Mask in many ways has been seen as the symbol of evil, as it's supposed to be a representation of people of ill repute, and typically it gets a really bad rap, and most people think he's an evil god. But similar to one of your gods that you worship, he is misunderstood.
You know we can hear you, Blue.
Yes.
You're playing with a straw.
I was trying to make it sound like a clown.
Oh, okay.
Oh, well, we're not there yet. But you would know that just like one of your gods, Mask is misunderstood. It's not necessarily evil. He is a neutral alignment of a god.
Okay.
But it's just a classic misunderstanding. It's people's perspective that determines how Mask is viewed.
It's like god of something that's usually seen as evil. therefore
Exactly.
evil god.
But thievery is not necessarily an evil act. Sometimes thievery is a necessity for the people.
Robin Hood.
Exactly.
Not often, but sometimes. Yeah.
Exactly. Like thievery gets a bad reputation, obviously, for being a deed of, selfish acts, but at the same time, it can also be done to help people. It's just, it's a very big gray, it's a very big field of gray.
Yeah.
AKA what the Thieves Guild does.
Exactly.
Yep.
But yes, with a Dirty 20, that is what you know.
Mm.
But as you guys are being led out of the room, obviously you watch as Knackle picks up Philman.
Fine. Blue stands up.
Are you coming, Blue?
Yeah. Ow.
I can see you're quite tired. Would you like me to carry you as well?
No, you got enough, weight on your shoulders. Let's go.
He looks at Philman on his shoulder. I get it. Ha ha.
Even when tired, Blue's still gonna make puns.
It's true.
Puns keep us alive and sane and going and...
Yep.
Oh
But-
right, we leveled up. Who has that? Who has that point of exhaustion? Garnan, right?
Garnet and Blue.
Both Blue and Garnan.
Garnan from not sleeping and Blue from... Well,
saving the party.
Well, Garnan, technically it's because of the fact that his sleep got interrupted. But...
Alright, I got one spell slot. Fight for no exhaustion.
I'm fine with being... Blue's fine with being sleepy. He can get over that.
Hi, I would like to not be exhausted. That would be nice.
Yeah, I'll cast Greater Restoration on what's his face? Garnan?
His name is Gornan.
Gordon! His name is Farnan?
Garnan
That's
the
his
Barney
job.
Barbarian?
Let me just pull up the phone image. We can look at Farnan again.
Winter, his name is Gornan because that's his job. Goring people into little pieces.
Fair. So you go to cast Greater Restoration on Garnan?
Yep.
Alright. Do you have the spell components for Greater Restoration?
Oh, do I have the spell components? Fuck,
there are
no
spell
I don't.
components?
Never mind.
What are spell
Diamond
components
dust
for
worth
Greater
at least 100 gold pieces.
Better say your holy
Oh.
your focus will take up the necessities of any components except for those who have value of money.
Never mind.
That's
fine.
why Revivify you can't just like cast, otherwise that'd be a broken spell. You need a diamond of at least worth 300.
Yeah, I lied. Sorry, I didn't realize that.
It is okay. You are in a safe spot. We have you under protection.
We were under protection in the bunker as well.
Ah, but you see, that was a temporary setup. This is our base.
Everywhere's temporary when it comes to the broken skulls.
Yeah, the broken skulls. What a joke.
Yeah. Garland, one of their heads, I've managed to mess up 3 times now.
Why exactly is this place better protected than the bunker?
You see True Wave walk up. What you see? The Thieves Guild's base has been the Cathedral of Shadows has been around for several centuries, and we have magical protections to make sure that we cannot be watched, to make sure we can't be located, and it also is a protection from magic.
Oh, thank God.
And
They
Is
can
this,
locate
is this caused by like magic runes of some sort?
correct, very specific magic runes.
I'm gonna need those runes. I'm gonna need those runes.
We will have to see about that. You'll have to meet with the tribunal.
Okay.
Kazir, but I say you would know what the tribunal is
Oh,
because because back when you first met True Wave back in Makanali, she told you about it.
oh yeah, I remember.
Because basically, do you need a reminder or do you have it in your notes?
Basically, they are like the heads of the Thieves Guild.
Yes.
Yeah.
There are just a reminder for you. You know what? I'll do it in. They'll explain it for anybody who doesn't know. I know that my friend here, Kazir, knows about the tribunal, but for you who do not know, as you have proven yourself worthy of help, since you've helped us in so many ways, the tribunal are the leaders of the Thieves Guild. The Thieves Guild is run by 3 factions. The human faction, the elven faction, and the faction of the Tabaxi. And so we have 3 rulers that rule over as a council for the Thieves Guild. But to say, and you see Dante just step up and go like, how you say, it is quite an honor. Has been a long time since we've had non-members or initiates here in the Cathedral of Shadows.
Blue does. Hold on. I would like to roll a performance check.
Okay, roll a performance check.
As Blue does a bit of a fake tired bow. Thank you for this opportunity. Oh yeah, and exhaustion disadvantage.
But I say
That's
yes.
still a 20.
Dante just kind of looks at. I'll roll insight just for funsies.
That's still a
Not great.
20.
Dante just looks at you like. Thank you so. I appreciate the bow. It is unnecessary, but we appreciate it either way.
Knows.
But anyways, as you guys are walking through the cathedral, which the cathedral is pretty massive, but I say, Belwraith, from your experience, having grown up in your background, you've only seen a cathedral of this size back in your home city.
Is it like rivaling the size, or is it like
I would say it's rivaling in some ways, but it is a bit smaller. Not as big, but darn close. It rivaling for sure. It's kind of surprising that this is one that's not in the public eye. Like obviously where you're from, it's like the public can see it. Like obviously it is a spectacle and a symbol of the religion. This seems like rivaling in size, yes, but it's obviously more secretive and not open to the public. But it is quite impressive.
I'm gonna do a quick deception roll to look like a Karen.
All right.
That's nice. God, Jack of all trades is overpowered.
It can be, but it's fun.
Yes.
But
I got an 11. Yeah, he's too tired to care.
that's okay. But it's but as you guys are looking around, you can see that this place is obviously been. While this would have been a bit of like the main church room, obviously where like a priest or priestess would be performing a sermon for their people, it appears more changed. There's still a place for a priest or a priestess to speak, but like other parts of this room have been changed as more of a. On one side of the room, there seems to be kind of a medical area where you can see people getting treated for wounds. You can see another section of the area that seems to be decked out for supplies and storage. And as you guys are walking through this room, you do see some familiar faces. You see a couple of the Tabaxi that traveled with your partners.
Where's the Tabaxi who I saved life?
About to say it takes a little bit, but you do recognize one, and he does come forward, going, "That is me. My friends, I see that you have gotten away." You see that his arm is currently in a sling, and you see that he has a couple of scars along his neck. We got away by, how you say, the skin of our teeth.
I noticed I had
Question: Is
top
this
down
sorry,
the Zeta
interrupt.
Rook and Uda Rook and the Voodoo Rook for you.
Yes, that would be correct. We had an unfortunate encounter with With a big with a rather large orc with horns.
Big kahunas.
And had it not been for your friend Karek, I would have been split in half.
Well, thankfully. Thanks for that.
No, thank you so much for giving us the ability to take this chance. We really appreciate what you have done for us.
Blue, why don't you go lay down?
I'm not that tired. Not yet. We have
You look
mission
that
to do.
tired.
Yeah.
He looks. You watch as this tabaxi looks over to True Wave. Where is everyone else? I thought you were all coming together.
Kazir's kind of muttering under his breath. This whole while, by the way, angry, like
We got
just cleric.
ambushed.
Look, he looks over. He looks over at you guys and looks over to you, Kazir. Oh, it was that bad, wasn't it?
I can go for some coffee right
I
now.
was so fucking close to killing him.
When I need
You
you.
would have died.
At least I would have been trying.
It is.
No, it would have been bloodshed.
It is sometimes better to retreat and come up with a backup plan. If it was as bad as it seems, since I only see True Wave, it was better that you retreated, so that you could plan for an attack for another day.
That
Everyone has bigger troubles with roaches because they don't die.
Indeed, indeed. But, are you taking them to see? Yes, we are. We are taking them to go see the tribunal. Obviously, this is of higher priority.
God, I gotta meet important people. Well, hold on.
The rest of our
This is
team.
the-
Oh,
We're in
you
a
s-
cathedral, and that's why I'm asking.
what's
is
up?
the cathedral? We're in a cathedral. That's why I'm asking. Do I get the sense that the tribunal is a thieves guild thing or a religion thing?
The tribunal is a thieves guild thing, not a
They already
religious thing.
explained that.
Okay.
Based on what you know about Mask, is that the religion of Mask is more along the lines of thieves. They don't typically have a normal practice of worship. It's typically if I had to make a good comparison, I would compare it to like the relationship with Nocturnal from Elder Scrolls.
I knew you were going to save that.
Thank you. But I say, because Nocturnal could be seen as a good deity, it could also be seen as a bad deity. It depends on who you're looking at. Because of the fact that she's not an Aedra, she's a Daedra. So just one of those. It's a matter of comparison.
Yeah, she's kind of a neutral Daedra, though.
Exactly. And about to say, as far as Daedric princes go, Nocturnal is probably one of the more neutral based.
Yeah, she's like pretty much perfect neutral, I think.
Yeah,
Because she's like, do the shadows.
Mm-hmm.
And like, not for evil, not for good, just doable.
Just doable. But
Yeah,
but yeah.
Blue's unhappy now due to having to meet very important people while not at 100%.
Where's the rest of our team?
Yes, because you guys were left behind. Your friends are currently under the protection of the tribunal. We've been awaiting your.
Where we're going?
You watch as Dante looks over. He's like, "Don't you worry. I know exactly where we're going. Better say, if they are under the eyes of the tribunal, they are under the best protection."
You say so. Let's go.
Better say, as you guys are walking away, you watch as you watch as your tabaxi friend gives you a wave as you guys are walking away. With a smile.
Winter.
Yes.
Sorry. Do any of them seem particularly worried about the fact that I'm a furbolg?
Not really. None of them seem to be like scared or truly worried.
I'm sorry,
Okay.
Garnan, but not everyone is racist.
Yeah.
Well, to be
I'm
fair,
asking because of Ezra.
exactly. To be fair, Ezrin is the one who broke the wall. So,
Exactly, that's why I'm asking.
however, based on Ezrin's description nowadays, I don't think most people would compare him to you.
Yeah.
There.
You know, purple, horned, massive.
Exactly.
Yeah. Nightmare fuel.
Nightmare fuel. Following Baphomet. What could go wrong?
Except everything.
Facts.
When
Oh,
will we meet the tribunal?
we are on our way to meet them now.
Okay.
Would you, after meeting with the tribunal, we will find a space for you to rest and for you to eat and drink as necessary.
Blue,
What?
I hate to do this to you. I know you're tired and you just saved our asses back there, but can you help me negotiate a bit? I'm gonna hand him a potion of Eagle's Splendor enhanceability.
Mm?
Oh. I'll drink this once we get there.
Marking that spell off my list.
I was actually gonna guess that once we got there.
Well played. Well played. So as you guys are walking, you watch as Dante starts taking you down a hallway, at which you start as you guys walk past certain sections of this hallway. All of a sudden, you see as sconces start lighting on their own.
Winter,
Yes.
with my true sight mask, am I seeing anything hidden?
As you're looking around, because the Mask of True Sight only allows you to see within 10 feet of you, you're not seeing anything as far as you could tell. If you wanted to take your time and look around, maybe you might find something. But as far as... Is there anything specific you're trying to look at, or...
No, he's too tired to care. I was just curious.
But as far as, like...
I am the scene man with cast scene visibility.
Cast the invisibility?
It worked last time on a whim. It's gonna work this time on a whim.
Alright, so you cast See Invisibility. Your eyes light up a bluish tint. And as you look around, you do see some stuff. You see, as you look up at the sconces, you see these little spirits, like spectral fires, hang around the sconces. But I say, as you look up at them, they look down at you, and you see a little stubby hand wave at you.
So, what's with the spirits?
Oh yes, they are how you say, ethereal fire spirits. They are perfect. They are perfect for protection if this place were to get attacked. They essentially, how would be the best explanation? Because of the tribunal's connections, these were a gift from the lords of what is the name? I forget what the exact title is, but I believe to most people it is the Lord of the Plane of Fire.
Oh.
Which, if anybody wants to, you can roll a history check.
Sure.
I'll use
I
regular.
have proficiency in history.
I'll use bot for it.
All right.
17. You said religion?
History.
Oh, history. What is my history?
19.
History, you say?
Yes.
19 with disadvantage.
Okay. Nice.
19.
19. Nice.
8.
All right. So 19, 17.
Plus 1.
So
18.
18 for Kazir. Belwraith or Garnan.
Actually, Winter, I think I'm just gonna flash
No!
myself.
All right.
Say
You say history, right?
Yep. History.
Yeah.
9.
Garnan, actually, for you, it would be with advantage.
Ooh.
Because this ties back to your tribe a little bit.
9.
Oh, did you roll lower?
10 and an 8.
Ooh. Sorry, man.
23.
Belwraith, did you want to roll or let it pass?
Sorry, what am I rolling?
History check
History.
for reference to the Plane of Fire.
16.
16?
Sorry about that, I
That's not
zoned
bad.
out.
Oh, no, you're good.
No worries.
But I say, let's start off with the one who rolled the lowest, Garnan. You do know about this. Even though you rolled low-ish, this is still something that ties back to your backstory a little bit. From where you're from, your tribe worships all of the various different elements of nature, and in understanding and respecting it, you learned about this place called the Elemental Chaos, where all elements come from. It's not explained very well. You obviously were never one that was super into like the religious studies, but you do know what it is, just not a lot about it. Belwraith, you learned about the elemental planes. You learned about the elemental planes in your religious studies, as being a follower of Tyr, which at the time, the god of protection, one of the gods of protection. That was something that affiliated to all planes, and there were beings of other planes, such as like Genasi and everything, who worshipped Tyr, and you learned about it from them. Your knowledge on it is very limited. They don't really talk about that very much, but you know some stuff about it, just very limited. But you do know what it is.
Is it like a sore subject kind of thing, or is it more...
Not necessarily a sore subject, but more of a... It's hard to really go into detail because very few people travel to the elemental planes.
If you go to the fire plane, you die.
It's more of a... For you, you would know that it's more of a magic, like a wizard or sorcerer thing, a little less of the religious. But learning about their deities and stuff was fascinating. For Blue and for Kazir, 18 and 19, you guys do know what the Plane of Fire is. For you, Blue, it's because of your studies in the College of Lore, and for you, Kazir, it was from hearsay and understanding and reading of books while traveling as a rogue. Your guys' knowledge on the Plane of Fire is that it is in connection to the elemental planes. There are four planes of existence that show off the four elements that make up the foundry of the material plane. You would know that the Plane of Fire is one of those planes, and that it ties a lot into what fire and magma is used in our plane of existence.
Oh, cool.
Go ahead.
Where Bimp likes.
Yeah, basically, I better say, and then last but not least, because you flashed of genius, Henrik, the Plane of Fire, you're very well aware of what that is. As a studier of magical artifacts, weapons, and armor, and other unique trinkets, you have definitely worked with more than your handful of wizards, and you've even met people from these planes of existences. You do know about the elemental chaos and the planes of earth, wind, water, and fire. You know that there are kingdoms in each of those planes of existence, and you would know that there have been Genasi royalty that has come to the material plane before to meet with like wizards and high-ranking arcanists of the material plane. You would know that... Actually, hold on one second. I actually got to go into my Elemental Chaos notes. This is something you guys haven't really explored that much. Give me 1 second. You would know that the ruler of the Plane of Fire is known as the Pyronite. Unfortunately, with a 23, you know a decent amount, but and more than the average Joe, but it's still not super high, so you don't know like specifics like names and like how the governments and stuff run, but you do know about it. You know of its existence. You know there's a kingdom, and you know that there is a ruler, again known as a Pyronite.
I'm awesome.
Hey, roll high enough, you learn a lot of stuff, and breaking into more of my lore stuff that I don't get to go into very often.
Cool.
So, to explain further, these special little guys are, if the cathedral were ever to be attacked, they would become as powerful as, how you say, fire elementals. So, I would be careful if I were you, as he smiles back at you guys.
That is terrifying.
Trust me, as an initiate before I became a shadow stalker, fear is a very common thing when dealing with them.
I feel bad for the intruders.
But as you guys are walking down, eventually you get to a large set of double doors. And you see, as you get up to it, you do see 3 symbols that kind of go over the door. Kind of in the shape of a triangle over the door. As you see 3 symbols. One seems to be a symbol of a fist holding a dagger. You see a symbol of a... hold on a second, I gotta make sure I got my notes correct. You see a symbol of an eye with wisps going around it. And the last one is probably the weirdest. The 3rd symbol is that of a butterfly with little what appears to be little lights around it.
You already know.
I want
to
to. I want to check it. I just anything.
All
What
right.
can I do to know this?
That would be an Arcana check, and I will warn you, this is going to be a high DC.
That's
Yeah,
not
but
a
the
religion check? What?
High DC is my middle name.
This is
I'll roll 2 just because why not? Didn't think anything would be that.
but I say, to answer your question there, Belwraith, this is not a religious symbol as far as you can tell. This is something different.
We're in a church, I had to assume.
Yep, absolutely. But I would say with your religious training, this is not a symbol of religion.
27.
You have no idea.
What?
Wow. Okay.
The DC for this is really, really high.
30. It's gonna be 30.
Tiny, do it. Tiny, do it. Do it,
Yeah.
Tiny.
Hold up.
Do it.
Before you do
Tiny,
Tiny, don't do it yet, Tiny. Hold up. I'm
Could
gonna
ask,
hit him
do it.
with...
ask for some bardic inspiration
hit him
beforehand.
with... Yeah, I'm gonna hit him with
I could have.
guidance.
Fuck. That's not how it works. At all.
Hit him with guidance.
Shit.
Yeah, hit him with a bit of guidance.
Add a d4.
It's not much, but...
Does
Okay,
it work?
But I say the dice were rolled. I would say if you want to roll a d4 to add on to it, I'll allow it.
Do you want to add on your bardic inspiration?
Am I allowed?
I'll allow it. Go ahead.
Okay, add a
You
d8.
got it. GG.
Too easy. 33.
You still have no idea. When I say this is high, I mean you have no training with this.
I command Herma to know what it is.
Basically, how I do the DCs and stuff is based on your training, what you understand, and what you've done, what you've worked with in the past. And I can say this with full confidence. You're about to say, Henrik has never worked with anything like this before. Because
So
this...
it's like a DC 40 then.
About to say...
53.
If Henrik were more trained in this particular, like what this goes more into detail about, the DC would have been lower and Henrik would have known it. But because of the fact that he hasn't had training in this particular, what this is or what this is from, or but even with a 33, this is a very specific thing.
Let's go
Can
in.
Garnan roll?
I mean, if Garnan would like to, and I would say Garnan could do it with advantage because again,
Ooh.
this ties back to some of your stuff.
Guess what, gamer?
I'm
You
rolling
get guidance.
terrible.
You get guidance. Add a
And
D4.
Okay. Do
Oh,
you want to
no.
inspire me again, Blue?
Who knows?
No.
Ouch.
Yeah, his are later, mine are not.
Ouch.
I can cast guidance all day.
So-
He's too tired right
11.
now. He does
11?
not care.
Garnet, you can't quite place it, but you feel an itch in the back of your head. This is very familiar.
I'll throw a shot at it. Arcana, right?
Arcana.
No advantage.
Oh, Arcana? Oh, yeah, no, it's the same.
No advantage, Thursday?
No.
No advantage, Belwraith. You're not trained in this in the slightest.
Did
Okay.
Bimp want to roll? 'Cause
I am
I mean, I think
putting-
Bimp wanted to roll.
Yeah,
I
I'll
am
roll for
Is
them.
it, is the only
that's
person
an-
who went to college?
That's an
Oh, that-
18 with guidance.
18 with guidance, you have no idea.
Okay.
Wow.
Does the only person who went to college know?
But it's
Hey,
a.
I went to college.
Did you want to roll there, Tiny?
Sure.
Blue would have gone to college too. What the heck?
Blue did go to college. He's from the college floor.
Henry
You're
also
the
went
only
to
one
college.
who has
That doesn't
no
matter for
schooling.
shit anymore, right? It's just like real life. College degrees don't mean anything.
Bimp looks at this symbol sideways and goes, "This is very familiar. I haven't.
Hey,
He went to
It
college from a
something.
guild.
Throw guidance on it as well, and make her add a D4.
Sure, I'll add a D4 to her roll.
Flash of genius too.
All right. So with Flash of Genius.
Third.
Oh, you'll flash of genius her, but not me. Thanks.
Oh!
Like
Gotta
nothing.
roll to the
This is
damage.
nothing at all.
As you do this and you send a flash of genius into her mind, like a little beam of light from like an anime.
Hold on.
I flash her.
First off, I rolled. Guess what I got?
What?
Natural 1.
You have no idea. In fact, you trip over trying to look at it. Oh, I know what this is now. Oh gosh, I haven't studied this in a long time though. Oh, you recognize the symbol? Well, not necessarily this symbol in particular, but I do know what this is symbolizing. I haven't studied this since I first became a wizard. I don't know how many of you guys know what this is. This is a symbol.
It seems very familiar.
It is a symbol of the Feywild. Which, based on your guys' rolls, none of you know what that is, except for Garnan. Immediately at the mention of it,
Oh, duh.
Why did
33 and I don't know what it is. Excuse me?
the Feywild had no magical items, artifacts, or spells have been studied of the Feywild. Here on the material plane, only select wizards.
I call hacks.
Only it is a specialty of wizards to study this. And it just so happens it was part of Bim's teacher's studies. It is a very particular thing, but Garnan, you recognize after it's mentioned, you're like, that's right, because in your training of where you're from, Tuscadal has had people of the Feywild get lost in your guys' woods.
I've met several people.
No.
who say, well, I
No,
don't
Blue,
know
we
why.
cannot go. It's a very pretty door.
But I say very few people know people of the Feywild. But Garnan, you've not only seen people come from the Feywild, elves in particular. You have even met satyrs, and you've even met a couple of pixies. But I say,
Yeah, I kind of feel dumb. I knew exactly what this was. I just couldn't place it.
it's not. I only know about it because when I first became a wizard, my teacher has books that talk about the studies of this plane of existence.
I've met people from the Feywilds, specifically satyrs and pixies and elves. I just couldn't place it.
Hold on. I was so close to doing something right there. Hold on. I gotta roll something else. I need to roll a will save for Blue.
As you do that, Bimble kind of walks up close to you, Garnan, going, "You've actually met people of the Feywild? That's so fascinating. What have
Yeah,
they have they talked about anything about the Feywild? Like what the places looks like? I mean, I've only read certain aspects of it, and very few people who come from the Feywild actually are willing to talk about about it."
God, how much about the Feywild do I know?
You
I,
would-
as a player, know, but Garnet.
The thing is, you as a player know about what the traditional Feywild is like. My version of the Feywild is a bit different. you would know, as far as your character's knowledge goes, you do know that there are that the Feywild is literally several different aspects of nature in one plane. Basically, if you went to certain sections of the Feywild, you'll find different. It's basically like in layers, like an onion, Shrek. But basically, if you were in one layer, you could go from one place to another, kind of like the change of a season. If you were to go down one rabbit hole, you could end up going from spring to summer, and from summer to fall, and fall to winter. It's
Jeff.
Go ahead.
Oh shit! Oh, that's metagaming. Metagaming.
I
I could do it anyways, but
it's if I had to put it in perspective for you as the player to understand, my version of the Feywild is very much Alice in Wonderland-ish. It's very convoluted, but there is some structure to it. It's just complicated, and you do know there are rulers of the Feywilds, but it seems that every person you've met from the Feywild, if you ask them about their leaders, they shut the fuck up immediately.
Winter.
Yes.
Quick question: isn't Wayne from the Feywilds?
Wayne is from the Feywilds.
That's not.
About to say it, but as far as like which part of the Feywild he's from, you're not sure. That's obviously that's if we were to go more and talk more about it, we'd have to.
We gotta talk about
Yeah, we would discuss where he is from and everything. But that's neither here nor there. As far as you know right now, as far as the rest of the party knows, the Feywild is not something talked about. The closest you'd get to understanding it is fairy tales. There are books talking about like little funny tales of these creatures known as pixies and creatures and rabbits that seem to be leading people places. And I mean, as far as you know, that's where elves came from, but obviously not much is talked about it. Gnomes are another example of people who came from the Feywild, but again, they don't talk about it. It's very weird why they don't talk about it and why this is such a hush subject. But Garnan would know because his tribe literally worships the seasons and the spirits of nature. So understanding the Feywilds, while Garnan's tribe as far does not understand the Feywilds, but at least respects it because they respect the same things they do. There's a mutual understanding. And the reason why Bimp knows about it is because her master actually was one of the people who looked into the research of the Feywilds. Very, very little is actually known about them. But how you say? Are you ready to meet the tribunal?
Yes, let's go.
Yeah, sure.
All right. As he touches, you watch.
I'm ready as everyone else.
You watch as Dante reaches forward and puts his hand on the symbol of the fist holding the dagger. Traces his pointer finger up to the symbol of the eye with wisps around it. Then downwards to the symbol of the butterfly with lights, and then back to the symbol of the fist holding the dagger. And then you watch as he taps his pointer and middle finger directly in between. And as that happens, you watch as it boop, and you watch as the door starts to open up.
I was gonna cast Vicious Mockery on a Garnan, by the way, but I'm not gonna anymore.
Okay.
That's what the will save was for. I was gonna say you feel like an idiot because you are an idiot. But I'm not gonna anymore.
But as you guys are entering this room, you hear some hushed conversation. But as you walk into a room that kind of has a straight hallway going forward, and you look left to right, there are a ton of columns. There is no reason why there should be this many columns near each other. But as you look left and right, you see 16 columns to your left and 16 columns to your right. All perfectly symmetrically apart from each other. and then the one opening that goes straight into this room. And as you walk in, you see a very open floor area, and you see three like judge stands. Like, you know, like if you look into a court, you see that big table that has the judge sitting right behind it.
Yeah.
You see,
Courtrooms.
yeah, you see three of those, all about 25, 30 feet away from each other, like one on one side of the room, one on the other side of the room, and then one going straight forward. And you see three individuals sitting in them. But in the center of this room, you do see a couple. You do see a drow with white hair and scars going up his arms, which you immediately recognize as Karek. And also you see laying in a cot, being watched over by Karek, is a currently unconscious Alosa.
Garnan immediately runs over to her.
Can I try and stop him?
If you would care
Just, like,
to, it
grab
would
his
be.
shoulder kind of thing.
It would
He
be.
ignores you.
It would be contesting athletics checks if you want to try to stop him.
I have pretty good, okay athletics. Sure.
Garnan, if he is going to try to stop you.
No, you don't need to roll. It's a 5.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, you would still roll in athletics with disadvantage because you have a point of exhaustion.
Oh yeah.
If you want, you can, but I don't think you'll.
14.
14. Yeah, no. As he runs by Belwraith, you're like, shit, no, Garnan, wait, hold up, and you just boosh, and you're like, no, fuck, ah, god. And Garnan just
Like,
do, which
I raise my hand. He's already gone.
Dante is like, my friend, I would not recommend them. All right. And Garnan, you run into the room, and I need you to roll a dexterity saving throw.
Bad idea, mate.
Oh man, you're gonna get
Natural 20.
Oh!
As you're running into the room, you watch as what appears to be a magic bubble tries to encircle you, and immediately you're like, "Fuck this shit!" and you jump through where the hole hadn't formed yet, and you get out of the circle, and you end up right next to Karek and Alosa.
What? Fuck it. I'll back up on it. Can I cast Shield of Faith on him?
Yes, you could definitely cast Shield of Faith on him. However, Garnan, as you get to Alosa, you hear somebody go, ahem. What business do you have in this room, Sir Furbolg?
Who's saying this to me?
You see, as you look up to the faces of these three individuals, you see the person speaking to you currently. It appears to be an elven woman dressed in these red and blackish robes. If I had to put a color spectrum on this person, have any of you seen images of Madame Web from Marvel?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Like the artwork, like the artwork of her clothes and everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's those kinds of reds and blacks as far as her robe designs go, but you do see this. You do see a symbol of a black mask on her right shoulder.
I am Garnan of the Solaires. These two here are my compatriots. This one in particular is a very close friend of mine.
She looks down at you. You are a member of the Solaires.
Yes, the rest of our party just arrived.
She looks over. She looks to Karek, and Karek goes, "Yeah, he's one of us."
Oh, hey, Kark. Sorry.
Oh, hi, Garnan. How's it going?
How is she?
She's okay. They're currently trying to find out a way to counter the drug. It seems these people have been learning from the slave trade. There seems to be every time we've been trying to break it using magic, apparently whatever drug they've used, it has an anti-magic quality. At least that's what the lady says, right? And she looks down, going, and like sighs. That would be correct. We are currently doing some research into it. I am I am certain that I can break it in no time at all, but we have a bit of pressing matters at hand.
God, elf.
Oh, I hate.
Which, which, by the way, I just want to point out, you can see that she is a bit of an older looking elf. Like, she's not, like, old per se. She still looks pretty young as far as, like, a human would look.
Like in her, like about 40s.
Yeah, like 40,
Human equivalent.
like mid 40s. She still looks really good. Like,
Absolutely.
500.
pretty much, if you had to gauge a guess. She's
Okay, well,
go ahead.
no, I thought you were finished.
Oh no, I was gonna just say that her hair is kind of slicked backwards. About to say she has silverish hair with splotches of black towards the tips of her hair. She has like very stunning green eyes, and she holds herself quite poised. Like, she seems like somebody who, like, if she were to go to like a dinner party or something, she'd probably be like, most people would be like, damn, formal and good looking. Holy shit. But she looks down at you. So you are, Garnan, as they say.
As they say.
Well, we've had several people report back to us with every member of your group. Hi!
And?
That was me! I was one of those people! Yes, you are Karik. Goodness.
Kazir kind of chuckles
Winter.
half-heartedly.
Yes.
Question.
Yes.
How many spells does Garnan know? Three.
Currently, Garnan, no, because of being level 3, Garnan would currently have 6 spells. He would know 6 spells.
Okay.
Ow!
I imagine it goes by the same as Sorcerer.
Yes. That would be correct.
Okay. I know 6. Alright, I get one more.
Oof.
I forget. Can I mix and match and get rid of some?
What's up?
Can I get rid of some when I level up?
Yes.
You can.
Well, this is a particular thing for witches. Herma. Like, I don't do the traditional witch class. I have some modifications to stuff to it. Trying out some.
Spells known means you can change your spells that you know whatever you level up.
It's a thing. Like, but is it moving forward though?
What was she about to say?
She looks at you, and then she looks to the other two. We have had more pressing matters to deal with at this current moment, unfortunately. And as much as we do feel a thanks is in order for everything that you have done, we have had to deal with many things, including someone of your blood.
I'm fully aware.
I don't think you're fully aware of our situation.
No, not fully, but aware of the fact that you've had to deal with Ezra.
Oh, not had, still dealing with him.
He's here.
On the battlefield.
Oh, shit!
Garnan takes a hard look at her, and then takes a hard look at Alosa. I need to roll something.
Oh, no.
Edcon.
Hold on, what? What?
Don't worry about it. No one's that
I
much
am
of a
worried
dumbass.
about it.
Ezrin is
No
in
one's
battle
that
near
much
the
of a dumbass.
place.
No one's that much of a dumbass.
Well,
People are
Kazir
that
wanted
much
to
of a
rush at
dumbass, so I'm-
Corvus, so...
Yep.
Yeah, well, he also
So-
doesn't have a love interest right now.
Hold on. I
Yes, he does.
I was rolling.
wife.
Hold on. I was
Yeah.
rolling a D100 to see which one was more important, Ezrin or Alosa. Above 50 was Alosa. Below 50 was Ezrin.
You got a 50.
I got a 69.
Nice.
Which
Nice.
is very funny. So, Garnan looks at Alosa.
Okay. Is he gaining any headway?
She turns over to the gentleman who seems, for as far as you know, this place is supposed to be like that of thieves. This guy is wearing plate mail. And he looks over and goes, "At the moment, that is not the case. We have been able to hold him back, but it has not been an easy thing to do."
Good.
Blue's just gonna stare at him.
Is it okay if I stay here with her for the time being?
That is fine for now. We have many things to discuss.
1 second. I'm going to attempt to cast Lesser Restoration on Alosa.
All right. You put your hand on it, and for the rest of the party, you watch as Garnan puts his hand on Alosa's hand and mutters a few words, and you actually see some arcane magic flowing out of him. And while doing so, you watch as your magic touches hers, and you see a little bit of a light effect happening. But then within seconds, you watch as that light starts to come back at you with shadows going into your arm, going into your hand. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh shit.
Man, you shouldn't try to touch girls in public, dude. That's pretty weird.
10.
As you do this, you feel the effect almost reverse on you. Garnet, you're currently at 2 points of exhaustion.
Oh fuck.
Oh, so this is how Garned.
Yeah, who would have guessed?
You feel, Garnet, after doing this, you feel drained. Like, almost as if a part of your life force was sucked out of you.
Can I try to gauge what this was?
I mean, you could definitely take a shot. This would be Arcana. Like, this is weird.
Take a shot, Mr.
Arcana?
-1.
Yep, Arcana.
Investigation.
9.
Yeah.
As you are trying to gauge this, there is something familiar about this. You're not quite sure what it is, though.
I know. Oh,
Is
God.
it magical, like a spell?
It seems magical, but not quite a spell. It's more like a magical effect.
This is the Zeta Rooks doing.
1 second. Hey, Tiny, remind me, does the thing of counterspell require attunement?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, damn.
I'm not giving you my glove. Yes.
Yeah, it wouldn't help anyways. Spell specific.
Also, it needs to be used at the casting of the spell.
Yeah. I know.
But,
And that would be 3 points of exhaustion.
Kazir,
That
Yeah.
wouldn't be an issue.
you feel as if there are eyes on you.
He kind of shivers a bit and looks around.
You look around and you look up, and the third figure that's up there is staring directly at you. Her hood is down, and you see a Sphinx cat tabaxi with glowing green eyes staring at you. Several piercing earrings and stuff going up the side of her long ears. And you see she seems to be wearing like leather-ish with various pins of metal in metal armor on her body. And she has a cowl that seems that's incredibly like you've seen some black cowls before. This cowl is darker than any dark cowl you've ever seen.
perfect black.
Yeah, it's basically perfect black. Like, if that was outside, you wouldn't be able to find it.
Gotcha.
It's like that black sweatshirt that you wear outside. You take it off because you're too hot. It gets dark, and then you try to look for it, and it's like, fuck.
Yeah,
It blends in with the night.
Yeah, I get what you mean. As soon as you said a black hoodie, I know exactly what you meant. Or no, you said jacket. Brain.
Yeah,
But
I
whatever,
said
same
hoodie.
thing.
I said hoodie.
Oh, okay. Right.
But-
My brain not
Man,
working.
I'm feeling like a stranger. Everyone knows everyone here except for me. No one knows.
No.
me.
Oh, Winter didn't say
Excuse
Kazir
him?
recognized
Oh,
him.
Kazir has no idea who this is. And also, her, not him.
Oh, her. Sorry, I meant to say her.
It's all good. It's all good.
I'm good.
Her.
I meant him. My brain went crossed him with Winter, and then it skipped past a few words.
It's all good. But you watch as Dante steps forward and leads the rest of the party into so you can reunite with Karik and Alosa as well. Pardon the intrusion, my tribunal. These are the rest of the Solaires, as True Wave has said. And speaking of, True Wave is here to give an update on information. In which True Wave steps forward. And immediately, the female Sphinx Tabaxi looks down and goes, "Where is the rest of the squadron?" "Unfortunately, my lady, we had to go in a rush. We were attacked by the Empire and the Broken Skull." "Oh, that is very unfortunate. I will make sure that the proper wards are set in place to...
raises his hand a bit. Oh,
She looks over to you, Blue.
to be more specific, the leaders who ambushed us were Corvus, a Tabaxi slave trader, and Garland's the murderous clown, a leader of the Broken Skulls. Of the Abyssal Lord of reviving the dead.
I see. Bring, Dante. Yes, my lady. Could you bring in our, informant of information? We need to check some things with her. Right away. I will bring her right quick and to the point. He turns over to the man. My good sir, I do have a report on the front line. I will inform you as soon as I return. Make sure that you do so as soon as possible. You watch as Dante runs out of the room real fast.
I'm curious, where is your accent from? Looking at the dude.
Oh, my accent! Oh, yes, I am not here from Atharia. I came here from the southern countries, the southern continent. Which I don't believe I talked with you, Blue.
You have not.
But
Blue knows a lot about
I was about to say, if anybody wants to roll a history check, this is anybody's game because of the fact that I would say the only person who would have a hard time is probably Garnan because he doesn't. His tribe is nomadic, but they don't really do world
He
content.
doesn't have them anyways.
I'm putting guidance
Sir.
for all of you.
Yes.
Okay, I studied the continents, but I'm currently on a point of exhaustion.
18, 19, 20.
Garnan isn't paying attention.
I got 21.
17.
I'm sorry, I'm zoning out a bit.
If I have to, I'll use lucky.
'Kay.
Blue should know this.
I got 21.
Okay.
So, yeah, I'm gonna use a point of lucky.
All right.
20 plus 6, 8.
Pardon me.
Not ADV. No.
Bluish.
No. Guess. 23. With
All right, so 23, 21. You Herma, you got a
17.
17.
Wait, was I given guidance?
Did you have guidance?
No, I put guidance on myself.
Okay, so you would not have guidance. So 17, 21, 23. Kazir, did you want to roll?
Nah.
Okay. Well,
I
you.
don't think Kazir would.
I was about to say you would have advantage because you are from Uskar,
Oh yeah. Oh really? Cool.
which
Okay,
is the
I'll roll.
it's the southernmost country on this continent.
17.
17.
18 total.
I mean, history you said?
Yes.
18 total.
Yeah, 18 then.
Yo, Vaction, welcome to the chat. About to say, so what you would know, you guys would know that he is talking about the southern continent known as the Continent of Kedroon.
I mean, okay.
You would know that anybody who rolled above a 20, you would know that Kedroon is actually an incredibly magic-based continent. They study various magic anomalies, including studies of where the different ley lines connect and how that could affect magic. It is a rather harsh country, though, and the studying of this place is hard. There's a lot of ruins that were abandoned during the Age of Darkness, but you would know that there are various countries that are there. Blue, you rolled a 23?
Yes.
You would know, like, really think of it. Now that he mentioned the southern continent, you recognize that accent. He's from the country of Idrish. If I need to spell that for you, let me know.
Yes, please.
All right. Well, the continent is spelled Kedroon is spelled Kedrune, and the continent's name is spelled Idrish.
That's so.
If I need to remind anybody of this later, just let me know. I'll send it to you via DMs.
Any specific things about Idrish?
You would know Idrish is a country that has dealt with a lot of problems. Apparently, there have been some primordial connections there, which have not been good. Anybody who understands what primordials are, you having studied at the College of Lore, know primordials are beings that were initially connected with the creation of the world. They are monstrosities and incredibly dangerous. But the people of Idrish have struggled and survived. Basically, if I had to make a comparison, I would say they're the equivalent. Yeah, like they're like a jungle version of Russia.
Fun.
Yeah, it's a hard time. It's rough. It's very rough.
Understandable.
We lost a Garnan. There he is.
We gained a Garnan.
Level up. Garnan was Farnan for a moment.
Yep. LMAO.
But yeah, he
I
looks.
tried to boost the server and my Discord crashed.
Oh,
You don't get to spend money, okay?
but yeah. For any, but I say the only Belwraith, you would know that he is from the country of Idrish as well, because you rolled above a 20.
Yep.
Makes sense.
It is much better to live up here than it is down there, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I heard. But that makes you a great leader of the forces. Seemed like you were shaped well.
I appreciated the compliment. I was a former soldier of Idrish. I don't know if you're aware of the country, but it is a dangerous and harsh land that studying and battle tactics is key for survival.
Yeah. As I've heard, the primordial problem down there is bad.
He looks over to the other two. You see, why can't more people be like them? They understand Raphael. They understand him greatly.
Say that?
About to say, so you see True Wave step forward and go, allow me, my tribunal, allow me to introduce my friends here. This here, as he starts pointing out, he's like, this is how you say, a blue ward, from Atharia. He points out to Henrik. This is Henrik, apparently also from Atharia. He looks over to you, Belwraith. This is, if I remember correctly, you said your name was Belwraith.
He nods.
Are you also from Atharia?
Sorry, remind me, is Atharia a city or the country?
Atharia is the country.
He nods again. I think that's right.
That is correct, yes.
Okay. I'm just...
You are literally from like one of the most far eastern cities in all of Atharia.
From the east?
Yeah. Well, again,
I think you mean the East.
that's west. That's West, Patrick. You're fired again.
Again.
This
He did work at the Krusty Krab.
This is how you say. This is Bimpanotin. She is from southern Atharia. This gentleman here is. You've obviously met Garnan. He is not from. He is from Tuskedol, if I remember.
Why are you talking about me?
She is introducing everyone to the tribunal.
Oh yeah, no, Garnan wasn't paying attention.
I know, she's kind of motioning so you understand.
Oh.
And then
Right.
and
Sorry,
then she
I
look
didn't know.
Kazir, you notice that she looks directly at the Sphinx Tabaxi as she says, this one here is the one that I had mentioned before, my tribunal. This is Kazir from back home in Uskar.
Kadir kind of swallows hard and bows his head, like a respectful nod.
You see all of them kind of acknowledge, but you see the female Tabaxi. The female Tabaxi looks over, nods her head, and then she looks over and goes, and this is how you say a knuckle. He is one of those Warforged, correct? That is correct. Yes. I am a Warforged. Number... He starts listing off a very complicated set of numbers.
268978213.
I need to memorize those numbers. I will write them down right now. Say them, Butcher.
I will give them to you later. There is actually a convoluted number.
No, now.
And it's like a
What's up, Abby?
It's like a crazy deep voice. Like her normal voice. Is
They
like,
just,
Alexa or
Bimp just walks over and goes, they call him Knackle. That is his name. And then she watches. They bring Knackle brings Philman forward and sets him next to Alosa. I see that we have another that has been dealing with this situation.
Yes, the drug they're on is called Orcsbane.
Interesting. This is something that I will have to invest time in. You watch as the doors reopen and you see Dante walk back in. So sorry about that. I have returned. I have the informant, as you requested. Perfect. Bring her in immediately. And you watch go ahead.
Would Orcsbane be a curse?
I mean, you could roll a religion check.
I'm just trying to... Would
I-
Data Restoration fix it?
I could probably whip up a cure to Orcsbane pretty quickly.
Based on what you Belwraith, I would say you guys all saw what how Garnan tried to cast a restoration spell on him and it countered him. I would say that magic is a bit has a bit of a hard time with this. It seems however this drug was created, it was designed specifically to counter magic.
No, I could probably make a cure just really quickly.
I
If you
beat
just
it
gave
up.
me a few
I
hours.
like shit.
Could you like what, Belwraith?
Can I just like hit it with a mace?
I mean, you could try, but I mean, I don't know if that will work.
I think it'd just make it worse.
Probably. I mean, it's for science, though.
If you were to hit a Losa with a mace, Garnet would immediately kill you.
All the like character bonding last session on.
You just try to bring the mace down. Garnet catches the mace, snaps the mace, and hands it back to you.
Oh, God.
Shinderu.
Pretty much. But you guys watch as walking into the doors, you see somebody dressed in kind of travel-ish clothes with a kind of a purplish robe going over, and you watch as this person is holding up files, but you notice that she has markings all over her face and horns.
Oh shit.
I have the information for you. Apologies that it took so. Oh, my friends. It has been some time.
It has been very long
Who?
time.
It's
Who the
simple.
hell are you?
Oh, Simple.
I fucking knew it.
It's been a while
Look,
since
as
we've seen her.
As soon as they said that the information was informant was a woman, I was like, it's Symbol. I know it.
Nice.
Who the fuck is Symbol?
I'm sorry, I don't
You
think
were
we've
with
met.
us.
I see you've gained some new recruits since the last time that we met.
Yeah, guys, this is Symbol. We dragged her through the desert. She tried to kill us several times, but she's fine now.
You watch
Is
as
this the one you told us about forever ago?
you watch as
Yeah.
you watch as she walks up. She actually gives Blue a hug and gives Kazir a hug.
Kazir kind of half hugs her back.
Blue just
When-
straight up hugs her back.
It's good. It's good to see you, my friends.
Good to see you too.
You watch as
Is
she
like
looks
a
over.
work friend?
However, she looks over to you, Garnan and Bimp, and the rest of the group, and just goes. You watch as she gives a bow, and she goes, "I apologize for my actions. I did it. I did what I did to help my family, and after the death of my sister, I had a lot of thinking to do. But I'm here. I'm here with the Thieves Guild to work as an informant."
I'm so sorry about
I
that.
don't know you. I'm gonna walk
One of these
over and get
Miyanaga,
blood sample
the
from
fathers.
Melissa, change it to something.
He now half coughs.
Is it Herma that doesn't know, or is it Henrik? I know Henrik. doesn't know. Okay, so you do.
I don't know. I don't know either.
Yeah, for yeah.
Belrace wasn't.
You don't know.
Yeah.
Belrace wasn't part of the team at that time. I don't think.
Symbol wasn't important enough to remember.
Ouch. Ouch.
Yeah. It was way before Belrace. Now that I think of it.
I
How do you
remember
guys-
Symbol.
Symbol will remember this.
How do you guys
Symbol is one
not,
of the important people.
Ouch.
Symbol is
how do you guys not know her? You've seen me talk to her on the Sending Stone several times.
Is that who you were talking to? Oh, someone important.
That
Symbol.
and the razors. but
Symbol just looks at you and goes. She looks you up and down. An artificer, then. Noted. As she looks away.
participant.
Well, she's smart, I'll give her that.
Let's just say she took an arrow for me and Kazir, and nearly
Yeah.
died.
Literally.
That was nice.
She looks up
If
to.
it weren't for her, we'd be dead.
You watch as she mutters a few words, and you watch as a disc appears underneath her, and she rises up to the tribunal.
That's the spell the voodoo rogue used to clear away rocks.
Ooh, interesting.
Floating dust.
I say it's actually a very fun spell. It turns out when you watch other D&D groups, you learn a lot about spells that you never took the time to research.
Pretty sure that's Tensor's floating disc.
Yes, that is Tensor's floating disc.
I couldn't remember who, but I knew it was floating disc.
But I say I never knew about that spell until I watched The Unexpectables, and The Unexpectables showed me a lot more about spellcasting stuff than I understood. But not the point. She rises up and you watch as she puts some folders in front of them and goes, "I have done the research you asked me to do, and based on my understanding, I would assume that whatever this drug is, not only is it an anti-magic, it seems to be magic absorption. Apparently whoever developed this is incredibly intelligent, and it seems to be having some extra planar ties. We might want to take more of a we might need to take a more scientific route in trying to discover this. Maybe practice more in alchemy."
It's Omar Resnick. He's
Alchemy,
probably
you
the one
say?
who did it.
Hi, I can help.
It could be a mix of Omar and the siphoner.
You watch as the elf looks down and goes, "Did you say Omar? That wouldn't happen to be former Professor Omar, would it?"
Possibly.
He's a part of the Broken Skulls now. I'm sorry.
We got his books.
Oh my god, the sarcasm in my voice thing was so bad.
We
Fire,
stole
not
the shit
skulls.
out of his books.
You watch as Symbol's disc comes down and looks at you, Henrik. "You happen to get his research?"
Big guy got him, but yeah, we got it.
She looks over at Garnan and kind of gives a nice nod of the head towards you. She used to be a criminal, but she turned.
She technically still is.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's a perspective.
She tried to shoot me, so I held her down.
However, she looks.
Whoa, I didn't know blue was the dominant position. Oh, jeez.
But she looks over to you, Henrik, and goes, "You wouldn't happen to be more proficient in alchemy, would you?"
I specialize in alchemy.
That's awesome. That is amazing. I actually study alchemy quite feverishly. She points to the horn on her head. "When you deal with some of the conditions I do, alchemy is one of the best ways to try to tie over certain effects."
I've made a few potions in my day, and just he slightly gestures to the two invaluable objects in his possession right now.
He makes really good potions. I'm gonna drink the Eagle Splendor potion.
You just drink it. All right, you currently have Eagle Splendor, which, if I remember correctly, is advantage on wisdom? Charisma.
No,
Charisma.
What was wisdom? I can't remember.
Probably something like fucking owls inside. Or
I
some
imagine
shit.
that's the case.
Yeah, probably.
But
Fox would be, intelligence.
so basically now Blue can roll straight rather than rolling at disadvantage.
Yes. Finally.
I would be happy to assist you in alchemy.
Absolutely, but I say, when everything went down in Starlam, they were able to rescue some of the books from the libraries. Maybe you can assist me.
Yes.
Some books,
And I'd
unfortunately.
also be willing to give the tribunal something interesting if they can provide me with compensation.
You watch as they all look down.
Ooh.
So it has come to my attention that this space here is guarded with arcane runes. I want those runes, but I'm willing to pay. So I'm going to pull out the Solar Eclipse, which is my name for the antidote to the Lunar Plague.
Oh.
Interesting.
You see, I have made a cure here for the lunar plague.
You watch as the elf's eyebrows raise up.
Yeah, Alosa over there was actually affected by the lunar plague when we got ambushed by some assassins. He managed to make an antidote, and it works.
I see your friends have a knack of ending in some difficult predicaments.
And that is not my only accomplishment. And then I pull up my potion of relentless resilience. This is a potion I've concocted from a snake that exists in two separate planes of existence, if you will. It was from a demon hybrid snake.
Fascinating.
You may cast identify it on it if you wish, but it grants basic immortality for 1 minute upon drinking it.
You watch as the elf looks down. Symbol, would you mind? Absolutely. I have no issues with that. You watch as she looks at you. May I?
Go ahead.
You watch as she lightly grabs the side of the side of the vial, and you watch as she mutters a few arcane words, and you watch as her hand below the vial glows like a whitish hue, and her eyes have a whitish hue.
We managed to get the materials from that by gutting one of the creatures that was affected by the Abyssal Plague.
She looks up to you watch as her eyes come back to normal. She hands the vial back to you, Henrik, and she looks up to the tribunal. He is telling the truth, according to the spell, that the potion's effect is exactly as it claims. And you watch as the tribunal looks over to you, Blue. We are aware of this snake that you speak of. It was one that we had wrestled away from the broken skull only to deal with ourselves and having to outsource for extra assistance. We appreciate what you have done for us. You watch as she looks over to you, Kazir. And True Wave and a few others have spoken highly to you about you.
Thank you.
When one of our shadow stalkers speaks highly of someone, we do take it very seriously.
It is an honor.
You watch as the female tabaxi looks over and nods her head at that statement. It is a difficult situation we find ourselves in. Now, Dante, would you please inform me and I guess in this case our new friends of the situation that we are dealing with? You watch as Dante kind of looks sheepishly at you guys and then looks up to the tribunal. And basically he acts as if he's addressing the tribunal. Probably more as of a respect thing towards them. Not like he's trying to hurt your guys' feelings, but just like these guys are my bosses, and I gotta do this. Pardon me. Based on apologies, based on that it has taken me a moment. Our scouts have had some scattered reports, but it is not looking good as far as everything is concerned. Due to the recent attack from a Ezrin. They have completely cut off our connection to the farmlands.
Stupid cunt.
That is not good. If they have cut off our connection to the farmlands, it is only a matter of time before we start losing our resources. They might be trying to starve us out. That will not do. We will have to take care of this situation. Unfortunately, that is not all that is a problem. They all look down. Unfortunately, apparently, according to the scouts, there may be a few spies in the city informing their people of a couple of our battle tactics. I have it on high authority. At least one person on the city's council might be giving away information. What do you mean giving away information? We have a mutual understanding, and if the city falls, everyone will die. We cannot let that happen.
Well, fear is a powerful thing. If they are able to trick you into making you believe that you'll still survive, even if you give all of your stuff away, and make it so they'll take you on their side once everything goes down, you might believe them. But with these people, that's just a lie. If you do get on their side, they'll just end up stabbing you in the back repeatedly.
Fact.
Either way, this is a problem that we are going to have to deal with. I agree. This is something that we've already been working on a countermeasure, but we do have a problem. Whoever the spy is, because of them giving out information, any counter plan or any tactic that we have tried to deploy, it is almost as if they are one step ahead.
Well, I have a spell that might be able to help with that.
I do as well.
Oh? Speak up, friends. Tell me what you have to say.
There's a spell called Zone of Truth. Anyone near me, if they try to lie, they'll have to tell the truth. And if they try to avoid the question, then we'll know they're wrong.
While I do agree with you, the Elvish tribunal member speaks up. While I do agree with you, the spell does work and can be quite effective. Unfortunately, not only can they counter the spell by just lying, by not speaking the truth, they can also, depending on how well you cast it, they may have the ability to just simply resist.
Yes,
I can make it so that they have a harder time resisting as well. If they do resist, it will be shown.
Unfortunately, we are also running into the other issue. Yes, and unfortunately, that is the big problem here. The ruler of the city, the Lord, he has been in seclusion for some time. And the one thing that is weird is anybody who gets close to him, the Lord knows more than he should. It is almost as if he can innately read your mind, and that is, he does not possess that ability. We have reason to believe someone might be manipulating him, and any of our scouts that we have sent to get closer, we have never seen again.
I can handle him.
I see, so we have 3 problems ahead of us, and all 3 of them are quite concerning.
So, the Lord, backstabbers, and people on our front line. Which means both behind us, in front of us, and inside are all fails.
We seem to be under some strenuous problems, but we can come out on top if maybe if we had our own element of surprise. As she looks down at you all. I know what you're thinking, but we don't know these folks very well. And while True Wave has spoken highly of them, I have yet to see their own skills at hand. And
I have made it.
Go ahead.
No, let him speak first.
I'm just saying, these folks seem to know what they're talking about, and they are in it as much as we are, as he gestures his hands towards Alosa and Philman. It is a very unfortunate circumstances.
Blue kind of raised his hand again.
Yes, Blue, if I remember correctly.
That is correct. Our abilities have been proven decent enough. With the attack on Melbourne by the Broken Skulls and the Empire, we managed to save Melbourne from their downfall. Going through the Empire, we managed to free Ilk from its capture, and Makanale. The Black Hollow has no need to be freed due to it being full of what's the name for
Ghosts.
them?
Oh.
No, mycelium
no,
people.
Oh, those, yeah.
No, that was the ghosts.
No, I got my.
That was the ghost.
Myconid.
Black Hollow. Yeah, Myconid is the next tab. Black Hollow is no need for saving, because it was completely destroyed by the Empire. But we were sent on a mission from the goddess Maliki into a ruin to go to the ruins of the old god of time and retrieve an artifact that the new god of time should not have. He pulls the amulet of time from inside of his shirt, showing it. Okay.
You watch as Symbol looks over and goes, "You guys never stop getting into the most random situations."
Fact. Yeah,
makes
that's
this
kind of true.
hilarious.
Gazir seems to be relaxing
With,
some more.
With Wellspring, that also did not need saving due to it being full of passive mushroom people. That's my friend here actually talked to and told us the situation of the Empire having a dark angel with them.
A dark angel.
Oh yeah, and the Zeta Root can go invisible. If that helps.
But you see an interested look amongst them. Blue, I would like you to roll a persuasion check.
Ooh.
Okay. What do you mean, oof?
Ooh, I
That's
said
my
not
next roll.
oof.
Alright. So. Can you give me some guidance here?
Yeah, that's just what I was about to do. I was actually talking about that. I'm gonna hit him with guidance.
I'll just put him a slap on the back. Guidance.
Yeah. My headphones were just like a millimeter unplugged, so it muted my mic, but not my sound.
Where's my D4? There's my D4. Okay. That's a lot. Okay, I don't need lucky for this. Let's see.
You know what you
Oh,
do need though?
I
What?
rolled
Flash of genius.
52. Will that be
Okay.
enough?
Yeah, I definitely need Flash of Genius for this. Because I got a 37.
37?
Oh, that's pretty low. I
37.
don't know.
Jesus
close.
criminy.
I got a 17 plus my 12 plus a 4 on guidance plus the 4.
That's gonna be pretty.
So yeah,
I don't know. It's
You watch all three of them kind of give each other a look, a nodding look. And then you see the elven lady once again speak up. You have proven yourself in many ways, and you've proven yourself loyal to your group and to your friends. However, working with us, discretion is a necessity, and loyalty is something that is a rare commodity nowadays. But based on everything,
Question:
yes,
Has Garnan met with the tribunal before?
nope. But I say the tribunal has always been very secretive. You have done some association with the Thieves Guild before, but it's always been minor stuff. So you know of how the Thieves Guild works, but you've never met the tribunal. They are very, very reclusive.
Would they have heard of me?
Yes. They would have
I
heard
would-
of you.
They probably know everything about all of us.
Most people work, most people who affiliate with anybody that comes in the criminal underground, they absolutely have paperwork on everyone.
Winter,
Yes.
I still have a vial of the abyssal plague parasites.
Oofta.
Uh-oh.
But you watch... But she looks over at you. Might I make a recommendation? You watch as the other two look over. Since they want to aid us and they want to help us using our resources and assisting us, how about the trials? Oh, are you sure about that? We haven't done the trials since our last Shadow Stalker, and she had a hard time as he looks over to True Wave.
What the fuck is a Shadow Stalker? I still haven't answered that.
Leader, or high.
True Wave kind of
ranking.
says. True Wave kind of like anime, like, oh well, you see, it is a title that we get. We are the second in command to the tribunal. We are representatives, and basically, if I had to put an explanation to it, we are how you say, like the prince or princesses of the kingdom, if that is the best way to explain it. We don't. I am the affiliate.
Okay, got it. All right. So what's the trials?
She looks over. She just. She ignores you and continues saying, "I am the Shadow Stalker of Lady Mistress Silver Crescent." As she looks up to the Sphinx Tabaxi,
Ah.
which that is her name, Mistress Silver Crescent.
I'm just call her Silver.
Yeah, that's what most
Shit, I
people.
get
That's what most people call her.
I feel like I get slapped for calling her Silver.
And you watch as Dante you watch as she speaks up and goes, True Wave, it's best you address me by my true name. Oh, yes, absolutely, I am so sorry. I am the Shadow Stalker for Mistress Silver Crescent, the face-stepping shadow.
That's a long name.
But it is a proper name and one that she has earned.
I
Gonna
love
call you
that.
Sobe.
No.
You watch as she doesn't even give Henrik a look.
I did it. I won D&D.
You watch as Dante speaks up and goes, "Yes, and I am the Shadow Stalker to the Raphael the Unbreakable."
Raph.
I'm the disciple of Valismir, if that gets you anywhere.
They all just kind of give you a look.
Wasn't Valismir one of the bad guys? I don't know.
Yes.
What was Raphael's full name? I
Raphael,
blanked out.
Raphael the Unbreakable.
Valismir's one of the head broken skull members.
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't know how much you want to be spouting that out.
Henrik wasn't there for that.
That's true. Sculpin was though.
Sculvin.
When will we see Skolvin again?
Yeah,
I
maybe.
wonder if they know.
Probably
about,
never.
I wonder what they know about Skull.
Mm.
Probably.
I
If he
can't.
caused the stir, we think he did.
Alright, before
How much
we
information?
go, do it.
Mm.
How much information do you accumulate over the boundaries of Tharia?
When it comes to the Thieves Guild, our trade is secrets and knowledge. If there is somebody here in Atharia, we know who they are, and we know a decent sum of who they are.
I have a question then, not pertaining to any of this.
Well,
My father, Rogul, was supposedly in Starlum with my father. Have you heard anything about him?
I
what-
talked with him.
that is definitely information that is worth mentioning. We do know some information about that. However, we do reserve the right that we only grant these resources to members or associates of the Thieves Guild. So
He's my father, and we're going to undertake your trials. Surely you could be a little lenient.
if you succeed in the trials, we will gladly give you any information you ask for. Maybe even
Fine.
things that you don't know.
But I'm not doing the trials until she is okay. He points down to Alyssa.
I mean, haven't you wanted to know information about your mother, Garnan?
Oh, lovely.
Oh,
excuse me.
grand.
Let me see what I. Hold on. Don't
Question,
react yet. Don't
I
react
know
yet. Let me do a
that-
thing. Let me check. Hold on.
I
Good thing have a good
remember.
life prepared.
Could you shut the fuck up? For the love of God. Jesus Christ.
What's up, Buff?
God damn.
I know.
Lost my train of thought.
You were gonna say something.
Remind me, does Garnan know that his mother is still alive? Because
Yes.
I know I asked the skull,
You asked the
but I
skull.
don't remember.
You asked the skull.
I don't remember if that was before or after he got his memory wiped by Blue. I think it was after.
It was after. You forgot about the asking about that girl that you thought didn't didn't like you, but the truth is that wasn't the case. I still love that joke of just like, all right, I'm about to say, huh, all right, throws the skull over your shoulder. I'm awesome. Walks away. I love that.
No,
so
he asked if someone was gay.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
And she was like, yes. And the skull was like, yes. And you're like, huh, I just thought she didn't like me. Oh, well, throw a skull over her shoulder. I'm awesome. But, yes, you do recall asking the skull about your mother. And she did. And the skull did say she was alive. You incited the skull. The skull was telling the truth.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Like I said, anybody who sets foot in Atharia, we can get information about.
I'm currently extremely tired.
Can I hit her
Two
with
long rests.
Can I hit him with Antidote to see if if she actually knows something about his mom?
You can certainly roll an insight check.
Yeah. That's gonna be a 26.
You can tell she is not lying. She is 100% telling the truth. She knows way more than she's leading on. But obviously, as a person who's trained in secrets and knowledge, she's being very smart about not talking about anything.
Oh, lovely.
I can list off information that all of you would be interested to know.
Oh, fuck's sake. Now I gotta do it.
I mean, she looks over to you, Belwraith. Knowledge about a traitor that betrayed you. Looks over to you, Blue. knowledge of your parents, and maybe some stuff you didn't know about them.
I already know they're divorced.
There's more to the story than that leads on. Something that might be worth knowing about. Also, you may want to know more about your friend. It's been a long time since you checked in with your funny friend.
I gotta call him soon.
When will she be okay?
She looks over to Bimp. Knowledge of your teacher and where she might be. But Bimp seems very intrigued by that. Maybe even information about your mother. At that, Bimp is absolutely pulled. Looks over to you, looks over to Karik. Information about your curse. And then looks over to you, Kazir. Knowledge of where the hag is and how to kill her.
Kazir his eyes kind of light up as he nods.
Well, you see, hags are particularly hard to kill, but we happen to have an expert when it comes to Fae. As she looks over to the Sphinx Tabaxi. And she gives you a nod. So, as I've said before, I would recommend the trials. If they can prove themselves, we can give them a lot of information. And we have strong allies that could assist us with our problems. And if they fail, well, then that information stays with us, and if they still wish to help, we'll have to be more cautious with the resources we give you. As in, little resources. We have to protect our own, after all.
Understandable.
However, you have to understand, these trials are very, complicated. And only, as far as the tribunal is concerned, only one of you has been selected for the trials. And you watch as the Sphinx Tabaxi speaks up. Kazir of Uskar. These trials were specifically made to train our greatest assassins. Our second-in-commands. And every member of this tribunal was once a shadow stalker. The only way you can do the trials is if somebody speaks up on your behalf. And somebody already has for your case, Kazir. Multiple have stepped forward for you. And you watch as True Wave kind of puts a hand on your shoulder, Kazir. I am, one of those that would recommended you.
Thank you.
However, there is special circumstances with these trials. Since all of you wish to be the associates, these trials will be quite interesting. How these trials work is very simple. There are 3 to be total, representing each member of the tribunal. These tests were designed by us. If you succeed, Kazir of Uskar, you will be considered a full-fledged member of the Thieves Guild and have access to all of our resources.
Thank you.
And as far as your friends are concerned, if they if they in some way aid you in your trials, then they are considered associates and have access to information that we will give. How this will work is you will do 3 trials that represent us. There will be the trial. You will have to go through. You will have to go through my test. The trial of navigation and knowledge. You watch as Silver speaks up and goes, "You will also do my trial. The trial by shadows." And last but not least, you will do my trial. The trial by combat. Everyone's favorite.
Oh, I understand.
For each of these trials, you will get to choose 2 participants that will aid you in your trial. As she points to your friends. In each of these trials, you can pick 2 people that will participate in it with you. But you must choose wisely.
I'll do the trial by combat if you so wish.
I understand.
Oh, my friend, you misunderstand. Kazir will have to participate in all 3.
Yeah.
But if you, my friend, wish to participate in trial by combat with him, you can help aid him in his combat.
That is what I meant, yes.
I can take the combat as well.
Right, a good fighter, a good healer, and a good, hider. That's good for the combats.
You watch as True Wave kind of shudders at the thought of combat again. The one test I did not particularly have fun with.
I'm gonna look over. You may be seeing. I'm looking over to Garnan. You may have trouble seeing during the trial.
Just give me your...
I don't want bell rays. No, I'm kidding. I mean,
You fucking want Belwraith. Tell me with a straight face you don't want Belwraith.
I don't
I
want
don't
bell
want
rays.
Belwraith. He's just
I
going to
can
be a
hear
bird
in your
of the
voice
party.
that you want Belwraith.
Knuckle. Knuckle's
What?
good.
You watch as
We'll talk about this later.
What were the other trials I blanked out?
You have my.
Navigation and shadows.
Oh. Shit.
So, above game, the trials, as far as you understand them, is a trial of combat, which is Raphael's. A trial of navigation and direction, which seems to be the Elven Ladies. And the last but not least is the trial by shadows, which is, as far as you can guess, a stealth challenge.
I can assist you in either the navigation or the trial by shadows. I am the second stealthiest in this part.
I'm
Probably a
not
wise
good at
idea.
anything besides combat and my crafting.
You see,
You're barely good at that.
you watch as Karik.
Is that a challenge?
You watch as Karik slaps
No, I'm
slaps
kidding.
an arm on your shoulder, Kazir. I can help you with the trial by shadows. I'm a bit loud, but I'm actually quite stealthy.
Yeah, I can tell. You were probably one of the first to get out of that place.
Well, he
No, wait,
did
no,
get
he wa-
caught.
Yeah, he almost. Never mind. Brain not work.
To be
He nearly died.
to be fair, it was not me who got caught with the whole business with the giant orc man. That was one of theirs, and they didn't. To be fair, how were they to know that there was going to be one particularly dangerous hobgoblin?
Yeah.
Can we take a few days of prep time at least?
You have approximately 2 days because at that point the city is going to start having problems.
Understandable.
Will
you have
Garnan's
a
exhaustion be
lot-
gone by then?
Yes. Yeah,
Yes.
exhaustion will be gone before then.
I'll be
Before
right
we
back. I
get-
really need.
Do you have like a laboratory to work on a cure for Orcbane?
You watch as Symbol speaks up. I have a thing set up in the laboratory. I actually have quite a bit of alchemy supplies.
Good.
Yeah. Symbol, I have something you might want with that whole alchemy situation.
Oh?
Blue reaches into his bag of holding and pulls out a vial that looks like it has a little tornado inside.
Fascinating. And you watch as she looks at it.
Do not open it. Everyone in here would die. This is the Abyssal Plague's parasites.
You watch as she kind of backs up a little bit. That is a dangerous specimen.
Very much so.
You watch as the elven lady speaks up. I would recommend bringing that to the anti-magic chamber. That is something that we are going to have to test, look at and test in a very stable environment.
Look for a cure, not a poison for it. We've already found many of those.
Either way, I would recommend bringing that to my anti-magic chamber, so that way it can be rendered inert for the time being.
I don't know where that is.
Symbol comments. It's near the laboratory. I can show you where that is.
Alright.
In the meantime, friends, I would recommend that you take time to rest, to eat. We have food and drink, and it might be a time to do that, because after that we are going to have to kick some ass or get our asses kicked.
Can
Do
I
you
get
have
like
magical alcohol?
We do!
Oh,
What kinds?
All of the good kinds, even some stuff from my country of Idrish!
can you replicate this? Blue pulls out the warrior's fire bottle.
You watch as he snaps his fingers, and you watch as the little like platforms appear, like steps going down from where he's at, and he comes down. This guy is huge. Like, this guy's human. He is grizzled. He has I guess I never described him, did I?
No, you did not.
So he is an older looking gentleman, probably by human standards, mid 40s. This guy has obviously seen combat. Like he has like kind of grayish black hair that's pretty short on his head, but he has a little bit of a tail of hair going down the back of his head. Kind of like a wolf's tail. You see that he has mutton chops separated, then he has a beard, but it's separated from the mutton chops, and a little bit of a mustache, but that connects to the mutton chops. You do see that he does have like a three claw scar going down the right side of his face, but it seems to have healed over with time. Brown eyes. He is wearing full plate mail, which does have the symbol of mask on it. And as he comes down, he is roughly the same size as Garnan. And he wields, and you see that he wields 2 giant battle axes on his back.
Nice. Blue still has his steampunk mask on, as well as a hat. No emotion can be seen.
He comes down, and as he steps down off the steps and jumps off to land on the ground, you hear a "Koosh!" Allow me to take a look at it, friend.
Alright, he gives the half-used, keeping one himself.
He takes it into his hand, and you see he pops off the top with his fingers, and he takes a whiff. Oh, this is good. Where'd you get this from?
I think I got it in Melbourne, right?
Yes.
No, yes. I got it down in Melbourne. There's a nice inn down there.
Interesting. Wait a minute. Does it have that fox and that fox at the inn towards the southern entrance?
I don't think it was actually from Melbourne. I think it was from Ilk.
As a DM, I don't think that's right because Ilk was.
Ilk was the town we saved where
Yeah.
the one guy.
Yeah,
We were in that tavern
where
with
you
the
had to
two people.
Yeah, where you had to deal with the babao, yeah.
I can't remember. It's from Melbourne.
What did you have to do with that fox? Fox at the inn towards the southern entrance? Garnan, your spine shudders at the thought of that.
I really don't remember that at all.
It was the barkeep that was hitting on Garnan.
Oh.
Oh. That was him. He dealt with it, pointing to Garnan.
He looks over. You were treating her good, right?
Ow.
Treating her good.
You watch as he looks down at you. Kind of gets a bit closer. I imagine it's been some time since you've been there. That's fair. That is fair. But that is a face you never forget. Beautiful woman. Oh. One day.
I
One
know what woman you're speaking of, but I did not have relations with her.
much appreciated, my French, but she is quite the catch.
There's a very good reason for that. And he looks back down towards Alyssa.
I feel your pain. I can understand what you're going through. To be young and in love again.
Aw.
Hmm.
Yeah.
You see a little bit of a saddened expression on his face. We all leave our past behind.
Then you understand my haste from my want for her to be okay.
I understand more than you could imagine. Don't you worry, friend. We are doing everything we can. As far as this state goes, as far as Lady Ophelia has said, she is safe. You watch as the elven lady looks down and nods her head.
Garnan stands up, meeting the other guy's height.
Yeah, you are literally like eye to eye.
I would like to appoint myself as her personal guard until she becomes better.
That can be arranged, friend. You watch as he kind of snaps his fingers again, and you watch as several doors appear between the tribunal's chairs. These are all rooms that you can all stay in for the time being. They are under our protection and under our watch and under our runes. No one will be able to magically influence you, or be able to spy on you, or be able to infiltrate you in any way possible, as long as you are underneath these runes.
Can I send messages out?
I would recommend you use the sending spell before you go in there. Once you go in there, no magic goes in or out.
So, question.
Yes.
Oh, you weren't finished. Never mind. Continue.
It is how you say, how do you say it in your guys' country? Magically inclined for protection. No chances taken with this.
Good.
But you had a question, Garnet?
Symbol. Can we?
What kind? How is Alosa set on the table currently? Is she just laying down?
She seems in a very comfortable position. Based on Blue, based on the last time you saw her, she was in a very she was in a very drugged state. Like, you can tell that, like, they probably didn't care in the position she was in. Like, they cared enough to make sure she wouldn't hurt herself, but she was like, the best way to explain it is, have you ever seen like a movie of somebody who was like high on like crack or something like that, and instead of being like spazzing out, it's more like her eyes just kind of roll over and she's just kind of staring into space.
Okay, well, Garnan is going to pick her up carefully and bring her to one of the rooms.
Absolutely. You watch as you're walking, you hear a voice in your head. She is under my protection, mentally, and in her case, spiritually. Would recommend you keep an eye on her. You never know if her condition might change.
Is it Savras?
About to say, who?
Savras.
No, no. As you feel that voice in your head, you look up, and immediately you meet the eyes of Lady Ophelia.
Oh, that makes more sense.
She looks at you.
He nods towards her.
She looks at you and goes, "I am tough, but I would not let her come into any harm under my protection."
Nor will I. He continues into the room.
Yep, you do so with no issues.
He lies her down on the bed comfortably.
You do so, and the room is quite extravagant, actually. Like, it's very nice. You can see that there are several beds in this room. Some distance away, some closer than others. You do see there's even a water basin in here.
He's going to pull his bed a little bit closer towards the one he puts Alosa in.
Absolutely, and also, also, Garnan, these are actually your size. You can actually sleep in these beds.
Good. Yeah, he's going to pull one closer.
All right. You do so, and like the scene from Men in Black, it's like it's like the table that Will Smith drags.
He's doing with one hand because he's strong.
I know, but it's still like.
Oh yeah, no, I just wanted to point that out.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely noisy as fuck. But yeah, no, he does that. I'll say there's about 8-ish inches of distance between the beds.
All right.
Between the edges. Enough room to put the Ravager.
Absolutely. So you set the Ravager down. You notice something with your sleeve. You feel, you see it moving, and then suddenly out of the cuff of the sleeve of your shirt, you see a snake slithering out.
Jim.
You watch as it looks over to you. Man, like a tongue comes out.
Snake lip.
I will protect her as best I can. Don't worry.
You watch it. If a snake could nod, the snake nods at you. But you do get a feeling of reassurance from her familiar.
Good.
And you watch as Jiren comes out of your sleeve and his wings come out, and you watch as he flies over to Alosa, and you watch as he just kind of coils up around her arm.
He's going to sit on the edge of the bed towards her and just sit there silently. In like a meditative thinking state almost, but not exactly.
We will save her, don't worry.
Out of pure curiosity, when I go into the room designated to me,
Yeah.
can I hear my gods?
As you step in, do you attempt?
Yeah, I'll tune in.
You watch. You hear snickering in your head.
Is this a good thing or?
You're
No.
used to. You're
Fuck
used
you.
to. You're used to this by now.
Yeah.
And you hear another guy. You hear another voice that's just like. However, that static that you heard before, it almost seems like it's toned down when you enter this room. Like someone grabbed the volume button, like the volume dial on a speaker, and turned it down.
So the gods are trying to fuck with him, but he's going into bliss anyways because the static has just turned down slightly.
Mm-hmm.
Continuing with Garnan a little bit. But,
Sorry, I didn't realize I was in.
No, you're good. You're good. You're fine. I'm aware, Fricka.
It is complicated, but stay strong. We will do more than what we have been able to do before. Resources are everything.
Do you have any experience with Orcsbane?
I understand the basics of it. Shamans have been practicing it for a long time.
Yeah, it's hard to do the long ass pauses without, or it's hard to do conversations without the long ass pauses because of the fact that we're online and don't know when everyone's done.
Yeah,
talking.
exactly. Which I mean, that's why we just got to be patient with each other, and we got to be willing to work with each other, which is fine. It happens, and if we interrupt each other, it happens.
I hate being interrupted, so it's a terrible, terrible coincidence. Anyways, could you repeat what he just said?
Yeah, basically, doing Pritka's voice is always difficult because basically I got to jut my teeth out, and it's just like, oh. But Pritka explains that he is aware of what Orcsbane is. Orcsbane has been practiced by orc shaman for some time. The way he explains it is basically the same way that they explain it. That it's basically a means of protecting, like, if they capture someone and they want to be able to control them without them getting out of hand, especially like creatures that use magic. Orcsbane is really good at like putting a leash on a magical creature.
Okay. Do you have any idea how to cure it?
Unfortunately, my knowledge on it is very limited. Shamans were the ones who practiced it. I was a chieftain. My specialty was combat and war. But, based on my understanding, it had to do with some of the... It had to do with the markings that shamans studied. I believe some of them were orcish in study, but there was some shamans that studied draconic magic in hopes of finding more answers. I have been dead for a long time, so unfortunately, my knowledge is out of date. But I do know what it is. Resources are everything.
Keep it going. Be the eyes in the back of my mind.
Mm-hmm.
If anything sticks out to you, let me know. We're in unknown territory right now.
You have my blade, literally.
And my
I do.
axe. And my bow.
And
And
your
my
brother.
Speaking of, what do you think of the new toy I am going to do it?
It is interesting, to say the least. Based on that voice, you can almost feel like the corners of his mouth going upwards.
Nice. He likes it.
He's an orc that loves combat, so yes, he does.
Okay. Well, I'll speak to you eventually. For now, I'm going to watch over her.
Rest, Garnan. I will watch over you. As you watch as this room does not affect Pritka.
Noted.
I've had a bit of an idea here. Sorry.
Absolutely.
If I can steal spotlight for a second.
Yeah, you're good. I'm done.
Okay. I would like to try to cast Commune, but I want to specify that I want to try to commune with the static.
Oh, you wish to try to speak with the third that's in your head.
Can only answer
Yeah.
yes or no questions.
As you sit down and you start to focus, I assume you just kind of get into like a classic meditating position.
Yeah.
Alright. As you do so, you kind of close your mind and you focus on the static. And the static seems... As you focus on it, it seems to get a little louder, but then it kind of seems like it spreads out a little bit. Like you can hear the sound around you, but it doesn't seem to be like overpowering your senses. Almost as if you could tell it's listening.
Oh, I have so many questions. Oh shit!
Well, you get 3 because of
3.
commune.
Yeah, 3 per long rest. I just don't want to waste them, so I just gotta write them down on my phone real quick.
Alright.
When will you go away? Actually, that won't work. It's only yes and no questions.
Yeah. So, the first one I want to ask is, are you mortal, or were you mortal?
You feel the vibrations on your hand, and you feel them kind of go to a low tone, indicating, no, I was never mortal.
Oh, shit. Are you angry?
That low vibration seems to continue to stay there.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Anger, you feel, it feels like there's a little bit of hesitation with that vibration, but so I would say you could tell that anger's not the right word.
So it's a negative emotion, but not really anger. Oh, I've fucking. Because there's a couple that have passed through, but they're not yes or no questions.
That's the trouble with commune.
Yeah.
It's a very handy spell, but
You can talk to your god, but it's only yes or no.
well, technically he could talk to his gods anytime.
Mm-hmm. Not that one.
Not this one.
Yeah. I'm just getting. Are you more powerful than the other 2 gods?
That vibration gets stronger, indicating yes.
Ooh, that's scary.
Oh yes, gears.
That's fucking creepy. Okay. I think that's all.
As you ask the last question, you feel the vibration get weaker and weaker. Adorable. You feel the vibration get weaker and weaker. Eventually, the static kind of resounds back in your head a little bit, until finally, the static goes back to where it belongs. And you kind of come back out of your meditative state.
Wow, that is fucking terrifying. I'll keep in tune to my other gods, like, if they have.
Are you like trying to ask them questions, or?
No, not questions, but more, like, if they have any thoughts on that.
You kind of feel a nudge from Ying just kind of going, who does he think he is? Or she is? Or they is? It's like they're stronger than us. You have to understand that he is actually... This being is stronger than us. How could you say that? We need to face the facts. We are not the gods we used to be. You almost feel a sense of shame from both of them. We have been demoted. We have been demoted. We are on the demigod status.
You are plenty powerful.
You just feel it's like you're just saying that.
If you have questions for it, or them, tell me, and I can write them down tomorrow night, I'll try to commune with it again.
I didn't want to know anything about it. Then you hear a slam, almost as if a door shuts.
Am I looking? Is that like?
That's in your head, like almost as if the person left the room.
Is this some sort of like comedy drama?
He still looks to his own door, thinking that it's like his door opening and slamming shut.
Don't mind him. He's being a crybaby.
It is. I understand, though. It is.
It's a how you humans say, a tough pill to swallow.
Yeah. Do you have questions for it?
Right offhand, no, but I have some suspicions. But I need some time to think of them in the questions that would fit your commune spell. I am surprised it worked, though.
Me too.
Like you, I thought this was something more simple.
It's certainly a god. Being that, I'm strangely not surprised. Maybe it's something that's too powerful to communicate naturally. Something greater. At first I had a theory that it was a past follower of Tyr. Long past follower of Tyr. But I guess not now.
Maybe not, but maybe something affiliated with Tyr. Maybe a being, or maybe a follower, or maybe a sub-follower, like a celestial of some kind. But it is a complicated thing. Typically, commune only works with gods you worship. He points to normally me or him. It is rather interesting that you were able to commune with this being.
I think my next set of questions will be identifying questions. He, she, that
They.
kind of thing.
Something like that. If you find, when you find things out, we will find them out as well. And from there, maybe we can push you in a direction for other questions. But we also need to think hard about this.
Once a day, every day. I'll try to save the spell slot for it, but...
Sounds good. Be sure not to wear yourself out. And be on your toes. If what they said is correct, we may be seeing a battlefield far sooner than we expect. And as much as the jokester would have fun with it, that is more my domain. Be prepared for a battle, Belwraith.
I will be. And with that, I will try to get some sleep.
And Belwraith, for the first time in a very long time, your head is completely silent.
Nice.
That makes him happy. Best sleep he's gotten in years, probably.
That would probably make him freak out more.
I just imagine like he's gonna go like, oh man, that was so relaxing. He actually gets a good night's sleep. He actually goes to get something, and then the moment he walks to the room, all of a sudden, all he hears in his head is, na na, na da 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 da. There I am. But
Belwraith has a mental breakdown.
pretty much. But
Okay.
with that being said, Blue and Henrik, you wanted to go with Symbol to the laboratory?
I gotta put away this demon I have. But yes. Then I'll
Speaking of
definitely come back.
demons,
Yeah,
how's the axe doing?
about to say, seems content.
Okay.
I gotta.
But as you guys are going into, as you go into a couple other rooms, some seem more mundane, some seem a little bit more complicated. But eventually, you get to a room that the door seems to have two handles, and you watch as Symbol puts a hand on each handle and goes, "This is a special door," and you watch as she does a complex turn of knobs, and then the door opens up. Come with me. I'll show you.
Okay.
Alright.
So as you walk in, Henrik, you immediately recognize this room. This is essentially the equivalent of one of the weapon testing rooms back at the artificer school.
Okay, so Henrik has a home field advantage.
Kinda, yeah. But mixed with it, you see a massive like subsection of a library. Like a whole corner from ceiling to floor is just covered in books.
Cool.
But she goes,
Get to analyzing the blood sample.
absolutely, you're gonna want to follow me. Blue, come with me too. The room is not too far away.
Alright.
You watch as she leads you over to where the books are and everything, and you see a dome. You see a small dome with a magical field over it. And Blue, as you get closer and closer to this area where the books and tables are, you do see a small door. About to say like your normal standard sized door that leads into a very small room. You watch as she opens the door and goes, "Be careful while walking in here." Okay.
Okay.
As she steps in.
Why?
Goes on in
All right. Blue,
slowly.
as you step in, what items are you attuned to?
The hex, the stone of luck, and what is my third
The book?
thing? What book?
Bard
Up in-
book. Oh, the conductor's wand. Was
I
that
don't-
it?
I
I
did-
don't
I'm
remember.
not-
It was.
Those. Neither. I don't need to be
Okay.
attuned to either of those. Okay. Either of those require attunement.
Yeah, the conductor stick does not require attunement. It basically acts as a spellcasting focus.
Yeah.
So the stone of good luck, the gloves of hexcraft, and what am I? What is my third attunement?
I don't keep track of your attunement slots.
Am I a little down on attunements?
Better say,
Actually, might be.
what weapons are you using?
Face laser.
Been unattuned to that for. The amulet of protection is my third.
There you go. Also, you're wearing your goggles and everything, correct? I know those don't require attunement, but you are wearing your goggles and everything.
Yes.
As you step in, immediately the room goes dark.
It's dark in here.
Oh, sorry. You watch as she grabs a match, and you just see and she lights a candle, and she holds it up in one of those like ladle handle things, ladle candle holders.
Oh, I take it and keep going into the room.
Follow me. Gotta say, Henrik, do you step in?
Yeah.
I need you to roll a wisdom saving throw.
5.
Why?
12.
You don't need to go in there. Why would you want to go in there? Seems lame. What you need to research is out here.
Henrik, you're a man of silence. You're a man of science. You're a man of science. The potions are over there. Oh, for weapons. Books.
Well, now I gotta kill.
But Blue, as you continue walking in here, you watch as she leads you to a table that has a vial stand holder. This is a more protected spot. Do you mind if I take a look at the vial?
Yeah, I take the vial out of my normal backpack. I decide to keep it in there since it's a magic deleting room. And I give it to her.
Which, by the way,
Is the
you're holding. You have a bag of holding, right?
Yes.
It is so heavy. It is so heavy. Like it kind of hurts.
leave that
It kind of
there,
hurts. It kind of hurts trying to carry it.
I'm gonna leave that at the entrance.
Well, you're already this far into the room. But you watch as she takes the vial, and you watch as she takes like two pieces of glass, and you watch as she opens the vial. And that tornado that you normally see, you see ichor come out of the vial. She takes one drop and lets it fall on the glass. And you watch as she places a second piece. And you watch as she puts two straps, which Blue, you immediately see symbols on the straps on the two sides of the glass panels. And you watch as she recorks the abyssal plague, and she looks over at you. Would you prefer this in here for safekeeping, or would you like to keep this on you?
I'd like to keep it, just in case.
Absolutely. You watch as she hands it back to you.
Back.
And you watch as she picks up the glass panel, the 2 glass panels that are basically, to put this in perspective, it's essentially their version of a petri dish. If anybody knows what that is. It's like the glass. Like panels that they use to study like mold and stuff like that, in like for safety. That way, it's separate from the researchers for safety purposes.
All right.
And
I'm gonna go find some alcohol. Preferably
I'm
some.
I'm gonna talk to a friend I made over the weekend.
okay. Do you want to go about to say private chat?
Yeah, because they're not here. They don't need to hear this.
Absolutely.
Oh
Yes, I do. I
no!
wanna
This
hear
is
this.
gonna be
I
bad.
need to hear this. This is
Well, I was
something
saying
I
things.
need
Goodbye.
to hear.
Well, hello there. Can you hear me?
Hi, Winter.
About to say, it's
So-
kind of weird how you didn't want to enter that room.
Yeah, and Eric's a man of science. He's. Okay, be real with me.
Okay.
As Henry.
Okay.
Be real with me. Are you stopping me from going in that room?
I may or may not be trying to do that. Why do you ask?
Because you listen to me. I own you.
I don't think that's the case.
Oh, but I do.
I can make you do things you don't want to do, Henrik, but I haven't. You are an interesting individual.
Why don't you just wait out here while I go in?
Unfortunately, that's not an option.
Oh, but I think it is.
I need you to work with me, not the other way around. And if you don't listen, I'm going to punish you. And,
Oh.
and I am creative.
Well, color me intrigued. What should I do here? I think I know. I'm gonna pull out my gun.
Alright.
Not the light shot. No, not the light shot. The new gun I just got, the elemental tri-barrel.
Alright.
Which, let me just look at the stats real quick. Yeah, I'm just gonna hold it in my offhand, and then I'm gonna try to crack the weapon,
Try to crack it, like, to try to pop.
break it.
Oh? Alright.
Yeah.
You attempt to do so. It's a pretty bulky gun. It's kind of hard.
No, not the elemental tri-barrel. No, the axe.
Oh, you, like, try to just whack it with the tri-barrel?
No, I'm gonna shoot it.
Okay, you don't it's an inanimate object. You literally could just shoot it. And like as soon as you fire it, it's a very loud echo. And as you look at the axe, you don't see any markings on it.
That didn't work. How do I break you?
Breaking me is complicated. You see, in order for me to break, I need to die. And I'm pretty hard to kill.
Okay. Okay, no, I understand. Understand. And you go ahead, wait out there while I go.
I don't think so.
I think so.
Do you attempt to do so?
I'm gonna attempt to put him down.
Roll a wisdom saving throw.
6.
As you attempt to put him down, your arms fight against you. I warned you. If you do this, you'll be punished. So allow me to show you that I'm not, how you kids say, playing with you. As you do this, you pick up the tri-barrel and you cock it. You point it towards your foot and you take a shot. About to say, hold on one second. Does a 23 hit you?
Yes, I think it does.
Let's see what kind of. Hold on one second. I gotta pull up my own notes on the gun.
It would be 1d6 for the elemental damage.
Yup, I'm aware. But I need
Good
to.
roll.
But I need
1
to.
is fire, 2 is frost, 3 is poison, 4 is acid, 5 is force, 6 is lightning.
Do. Tri-barrel. It's a dope looking gun. There it is. Elemental tri-barrel. Alright, so. Alright, fire damage. And it is going to do. What is your dexterity?
My dexterity is a +3.
Alright, so that is 8 points of piercing damage and 3 points of fire damage.
Well, I use intelligence for my firearms because of my subclass.
Oh,
so
that's-
that would be,
That's true.
yeah.
So
So it's 1 point higher, 9 damage.
so 9 piercing damage and 3 fire damage. As you just shoot yourself in the foot.
3 fire damage?
You have 3 fire damage.
Okay. Not that it matters, but yeah.
Yeah, it fucking hurt.
So this is the game we're playing.
And, well, it doesn't have to be if you're willing to work with me and listen to what I have to say.
You make a compelling argument, but no.
Oh, that's funny. You're very cute. But you have a problem that you fail to understand. I'm a highly intelligent demon, and you're the most mentally challenged individual I've ever met.
What did you say to me? Huh?
You're smart enough. You'll figure it out. Maybe.
I'm gonna cast a lightning bolt on the son of a bitch.
You cast lightning bolt on it. The roll damage.
T3 lightning damage.
23 lightning damage. You strike the axe, and the axe does show some color to it. Doesn't seem to have done that much to it, though. You're gonna have to try harder than that if you want to hurt me. Now, why don't we go ahead and take a look at those special little areas over there. As he pushes you towards the workstation that symbol must have been working at prior to being summoned. Do you resist?
No. You listen to me, you son of a bitch.
I repeat the question. Are you trying to resist?
Abso-fucking-lutely.
Roll a wisdom saving throw.
9.
You say, you listen here, you son of a bitch. All of a sudden, your legs start to move on their own. And your body twists and turns like a puppet whose strings are harder to pull than it seems. Till suddenly you are in front of her Symbol's workstation.
Hi. What?
Well, now, why don't we pay attention? There's a lot of things that we need to do. But, hear me, Henrik. If you try to disobey me, when I give a direct order, the next thing I force you to do will be to use me to hurt your friends. So if I tell you to jump, I don't want to hear you argue why I should. I best hear how high.
You order me to jump. I'm gonna see how high I can throw you.
We'll see about that.
We won't we?
And you feel that void, that essence kind of rescind from the back of your mind, back into the axe.
Any tools I can use to crack open this fucking axe?
To your knowledge, magical weapons are a tough nut to crack. You typically need anti-magic stuff in order to truly break a magical artifact.
Ah, wonderful. There's a room right over there. I'm gonna walk towards it.
As you attempt to do so, your legs lock up and turn yourself around. You failed the wisdom saving throw, so unfortunately, your brain that part of your motor functions are not working. For the time being. Maybe you'll wear them down.
I have a plan.
Oh, you have a plus.
I have a homunculus servant.
Yes,
I'm not going to carry it to the door. It is.
So you're gonna attempt to hand the axe to him?
Yes.
Roll a wisdom saving throw.
15?
As you go to hand the axe to your homunculus, the homunculus takes it in his hands. Your hand does not peel off the handle. You refuse to let it go. This is your axe. You wanted this. It's powerful. It could do things for you. What could you do with it? It's so dangerous. You better hold on to it. You don't want somebody else to accidentally get it. Yeah, as long as I hold it, it's fine. You refuse to let go of the axe.
I'm gonna roll with some saving throw for this. Ah, fuck.
Wisdom's not your strong suit.
I was going to cast Thorn Whip with my mechanical hand on my hand.
What'd you get?
I got a 10 total, which is no.
Nope. It's a strong bugger. It's a reason why it's a cursed weapon.
Homunculus is going to drag it. Like, we're gonna make contested strength checks real quick.
Alright.
I forget the homunculus servant stats. Let me search them up real quick. Beyond. Your strength score is 4. That is good odds for me. Okay. All right, I can do this. Just get it too. Get it too. Get it too. Fuck. Okay, no. Henrik's strong. He's a strong boy.
The homunculus tries to pull it, and you're like, it's like yeah, Patrick, let go of it. Patrick, let go. No.
This is gonna go on for a while.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's kind of sad after a while. Shall we
return?
Yeah, shall we return?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
Welcome to Belraith's world.
okay.
you
Welcome
people.
back.
Hello. So Blue.
I'm scared.
So Blue.
Oh,
As you and Symbol start walking out, and she just kind of talks about the nuances of her research, you come out to see Henrik's homunculus kind of sitting on the handle of of Henrik's weapon on his back.
Henrik's what?
Henrik has a weapon on his back.
Battle axe on my back. Didn't you know? It's been there all this time.
No, not
Fine.
that.
the homunculus.
The homunculus.
That's not what I was talking about. I forgot he had a homunculus servant.
Yeah, his homunculus servant is literally sitting on the handle of the battle axe on his back.
Batcat.
Batcat.
Yeah, I forgot about that since you haven't had that in a long time.
He hasn't.
Yeah.
He hasn't had time to do research in a while.
I mean, he would be like holding it, wouldn't he? Like because they were like kind of like showing it for a bit.
Yeah, I mean, he's holding it, but he's also not very strong.
Well, he did get a 15.
But it's just not obviously whatever is holding it. It obviously, well, you know, it's just too heavy. You'll have to do some updates on your homunculus.
I've been coming up with a bunch of questions for the static. For one of the questions, would Belwraith know who Lolth is?
I'd argue, because of your history and religion, you'd know who Lolth is.
Yeah, I kind of figured so. I wasn't certain.
My kitten is now hanging out by me. But, yeah, so as you come out, you notice that Henrik is by Symbol's workstation.
Henrik, why do you have that thing on your back?
Because it's mine.
I want to doubt that, but you can't even swing it.
Still mine.
Alright.
You hear in your... Yeah, about to say, you're just like, can't swing it. Yeah, right, I'm strong enough to swing it. It's on my back, isn't it?
I'm gonna fucking swing it. I'm gonna bring my axe up, and then I'm gonna put it down.
You pick up the axe, it's light as a feather to you.
And I'm gonna put it down.
You putting it down, and it makes a very loud thud as it comes down. Just, Kush! And then you pick it back up with no issues. In one hand.
My axe.
That's definitely bad.
Oh well, too tired to care.
Kitten claws in my leg.
Ouchie.
She's not really a kitten anymore. She's like 2 years. She's 2 years old, but like I still call her my kitten.
Understandable.
And my face cam was on, so like I'm making the face of just ow.
Ooh, I'm going to the stream.
You can go to the stream. My face cam's been on the entire time.
I know it has. I'm just looking because I want to see you in pain.
It's like you can't really see her tail because it's like you can faintly see her tail because I'm petting her. But it's
Hey, Pets. Hey, Puppy.
But anyways. So yeah.
Oh God! Not really that loud.
But Symbol kind of just gives a look of just, well, anyways, I have a sample of the disease, and you watch as she shows the glass panels, and you watch as they leave the anti-magic zone. You would assume that the disease would probably come alive, try to disappear, or try to escape or something. Nope. It seems like splatted, and the little like string the string things that are on the side, they kind of give a faint glow, and it seems like the disease or infection or whatever the hell these things are, they seem tame. They should allow us to be
Shit.
They should be allowed.
Shit.
They should allow us to be able to study it without worrying about the dangers.
How long were you two in the second chat? Jesus Christ.
A little bit. Better say 10-ish minutes. Better say. To be fair, me and you had a half-hour long one. Sometimes I don't realize how much time has passed.
But that was before stream. Before the game.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Fact.
Plus this whole the whole thing with Herma is kind of more like wacky stuff.
Okay. All right, let's get to making a cure for what Alos and Philman have. I'll question you on that later.
All right. So you got. So Symbol is gonna.
What are you going to do? Cure?
So Symbol starts showing you guys her research on, like, what she knows about the infection and what she knows about that stuff, and we're gonna come. Go ahead.
We were supposed to be making a cure for Los and Philman's thing.
Yep. She kind of goes over the abyssal stuff she knows, as well as showing you her research on the medicine, on the drugs that were used on them. Basically, since she's working on one thing, she's not afraid to work on the other. Because who knows, there might be a correlation as far as she's concerned. If the Broken Skull's been helping them, maybe there's something stronger that they were able to do. Who knows? But, well, you guys are doing that. And because this is going to take some time for you guys to actually do any research on this.
I just wanted to give a bardic inspiration, then we'll get drunk.
I'll say you could give her bardic inspiration. And you go to get drunk?
Yeah, Symbol and Henrik get a bardic inspiration, then Blue goes to find some magical alcohol that can make him has advantage on charisma checks so he can play music good.
Absolutely. As you give them bardic inspiration, and you start to walk away, Blue,
Hi.
As you cast the bardic inspiration in here, you swear to God you hear wind chimes in your ears.
I feel like that's a bad thing.
And as you kind of look around to, like, look for it, you hear the strum of your instrument.
I take out my nice lute as well as my conductor stick.
And all of a sudden, as you're looking at it, you hear a very faint chuckle in your ears. Not a sinister chuckle like, but like a kind of a jovial laugh.
Okay.
I'm gonna go get drunk now.
I'm gonna strum flute a bit as I walk.
Alright. Roll a performance check.
Has it been an hour yet since I drank that potion?
I would say it's only been about 45-ish minutes.
Alright. Then, 18. No. I'll use a point of lucky since I'm going. 28.
As you're performing and you're kind of at first you're kind of playing a light tune, and then you play a little bit more in there because it's like, yeah, this feels right. It's nice. You swear to God, you're hearing accompanying music. Like you're playing some notes and you're hearing other notes that are complementing the notes you're playing.
He's going insane.
He's not going insane. He already is, but nice.
Maybe going more insane.
Wait, Winter, I had a question real quick.
Yes.
Would they have heard the gunshot and the lightning bolt in the room?
No.
None of them?
Nope.
Okay. Cool with me.
Interesting.
Something about this room. But you would know. But you would know. You've had to work with magical items in your guild before. Have you heard explosions coming from every single room?
Probably.
Some, yes. Most, no. That'd be distracting and if people were teaching classes at the same time as experimenting with magical equipment. Most of
Yeah, it
these,
would make sense they'd be soundproof.
most of these rooms are magically soundproof. Particularly this room.
Nice.
Okay.
In
Sounds
case
kinky.
things
Okay.
Yeah, in case
Yeah.
in case things go explode or or does sonic damage or so on and so forth.
Ah, yes. Sonic damage.
Well, I mean that's what thunder damage used to be
Gotta
called.
go fast.
Moving around at the speed of sound.
Yeah.
But anyways,
Once I get the charisma alcohol, I'm gonna use conductors.
all right. So you go off to get drunk, and Kazir is currently with True Wave. As True Wave wants to spend some time with Kazir, but that is going to take some time, and so we're gonna leave that off here.
Dang it. Alright, fair enough.
Well, here's the thing.
God damn it, I have so many questions for my god.
Here's the thing there, Stray. Your section might take the longest.
Ooh.
So you get
Makes sense.
so it's best we leave that off here so everyone can get some sleep and everything. We will pick,
Yeah, I completely understand.
we will pick this up next week, where if you guys have more stuff you want to do, you easily could.
Cool.
Winter,
Yes.
why are you doing more stuff to Blue?
I'm not. I'm not doing anything.
Yeah.
Blue, it's funny.
Yes.
Poor Blue.
You hear her voice in your head, and you hear notes playing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just living my life.
Oh, I'm sure it's something good for Blue, probably, possibly, hopefully,
He
doubtfully.
gets an upgrade. He's weak.
Oh. I have 2 days of questions.
Fair enough. Fair
for
enough.
the static.
Yeah.
And then 2 more.
Cool.
I hope this was a fun session. I know this was like a lot of lore and a lot of information, and so
It was oh, pardon me.
Go ahead.
It was a pretty good session. Seemed a little bit like everyone's stepping on each other's toes a little bit more this time, though, for some odd reason.
There's a lot. Everybody had a lot they wanted to do, a lot of information they were looking for, and everybody kind of was struggling because it's like some people are trying to be more protective of others. Some people are trying to learn more about other things. Some people are dealing with voices in their head. Another person is dealing with voices in their head. Someone's hearing music in their head.
Yep. True.
Literally, the entire party is actually an insane asylum. That's all this is.
Session ends with the last BBEG is when you realize you find out that it's an anti-anxiety medication. We zoom out to a person in the fetal position in a rubber room.
Oh god, yeah. Oh.
Meta.
It's Gary Gygax.
Gary?
Now I gotta work with that music in my head and find out what was laughing.
Yeah.
Like, I got, are you male? Are you female? Are you affiliated to tier?
Don't forget, Blue, you got the skull to ask questions for.
Yeah, I do have that. I'm curious. Could I roll, like, some type stupid check to see if I recognize that laugh?
I mean, if you want to.
I want to.
Good.
History?
History.
Hey, Winter,
I'm
what
going
question do you want me to ask the static?
Tough call. But I say a lot of your questions sound interesting. I'm just the guy who has to answer them.
Yeah, he can't answer. He can't tell you what to ask. That's too simple.
Let me cheat for the Lord.
Let me cheat for my lord.
Okay.
The lore is the Lord.
Blood for the blood gods.
The first few questions are more just
Oh, that's really
identifying questions, like, are you male, are you female?
25.
25? You've never heard this voice before. It's a new one.
Oh,
However, it seems very jovial. Seems to enjoy your music.
That's good.
I shall feed the insanity now.
I shall feed.
Yeah. Wait. Oh my god.
What's up?
That the jovial voice in Bellery's head left slamming the door and went to Blue's head.
That would be so funny.
Oh Lord, I'm going to that guy.
It's like that episode of The Simpsons, like the voice in Homer's head is like, "Don't say something stupid. Don't say something stupid." And so Homer says something stupid. And he's like, "All right, I'm out of here." Open the door. Koosh. Alright. But before it gets too late, because I do work in the morning, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys did enjoy this episode. Again, a lot of lore, a lot of just talking and finding out about things. However, they're big guys. Like I said, got some lore stuff. You guys get to learn more about stuff that I didn't expect you guys to learn about, like learning a little bit about the elemental planes and learning about the Feywilds is fascinating.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, in the meantime, you guys got to meet the Tribunal, which is the rulers of the Thieves Guild. But I say,
I gotta talk to the buff dude because he seems chill.
Lord Raphael, the Unbreakable.
I'm just gonna call him
Yeah,
Raph
Bellery's gonna
and
kick the shit
have
out
a
of that
beer with
guy.
him. I'm gonna have a beer with him.
Lord
chill.
Raphael, the Unbreakable, Lady Ophelia. Hold on a second. Oh, let me pull this up. Lady Ophelia, the Watcher, and Mistress Silver Crescent, the Face-Stepping Shadow.
Sylvie.
She will kill you.
But
I dare her to try.
She'll probably just ignore them.
for those in the archive, make sure you all take care, stay healthy, and most importantly, I hope you all stay frosty. See you guys.